Good morning and welcome from sunny King City, Ontario. Here on day 4 of the National T20 Championships, we're bringing you live action from New Brunswick versus Newfoundland and Labrador. I'm Arslan Kadir, and we're here live on day 4. As I just mentioned, it is sunny today. New Brunswick winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Interesting decision from New Brunswick. We've had a change of ground. And see if it's a change of fortune for these two teams. Both teams looking for their first win. It will decide where the teams end up. So it is an important match for both teams as we see Rishabh Verma opening the bowling for New Brunswick. Change at the top as it's going to be Ranveer Rana alongside Nick Baxter. 2 deliveries gone, just a single for Ranveer Rana, as we see Nick Baxter to face. Rishabh Verma bowled well yesterday for New Brunswick. He's got to do a job for his team here. They got to get off to a good start. And Nick Baxter to face. This time it's outside off. It looks like that seemed to be a seam-up delivery. Nick Baxter wanted the wide not to be given on this occasion. Flighted high, and that's a loud shout. A hop and a skip from Rishabh Verma. He was certain that was going to be out, not to be on this occasion. And again, Nick Baxter, more known for his antics with the ball. He's going to be opening the bowling for Newfoundland later on in the day. But today he's got a job to do with the bat, opening the batting. This time again, pitched up, Nick Baxter throwing everything at it. Can't get it away as a swing and a miss. Again, as I just mentioned, an important game for both these two sides. It's going to decide who's going to play for 7th place, who's going to play for 9th. As this one pitched up again, Nick Baxter driving through the covers. It is going to get by the captain, Sumit Gaur, and this is going to run away to the boundary, and that brings up the first boundary for Newfoundland. It goes to Nick Baxter, as that's 4 runs. And with that, we end the first over. We'll end the first over at 5 for no loss after 1. And now opening the bowling alongside Rishabh Verma is going to be Kamran Mohammed. We saw him get injured yesterday. He couldn't complete the game, but it's good to see him here back today. Kamran Mohammed, he's an important player for New Brunswick. Opens the bowling, opens the batting as well, so an important all-rounder for the team. And now he's going to be running into bowl to Ranveer Singh Rana. Short outside the off stump and a play and miss from Rana. He likes to go hard at the bowling. Hasn't had much success so far in this tournament, Ranveer Rana, but he's going to look to change his fortunes here today. He's still got his shades on, does Rana. Loves to bat with those Oakley shades. A la Brian Lara of the early 2000s. I'd love to see if he can replicate some of those antics from Brian Lara in the early 2000s as well, as we see another swing and miss from Ranveer Rana. So again, he's going to go hard at this bowling. He's yet to connect, yet to make concrete impact. He'll be looking to get his innings rolling here. As we just mentioned, hasn't been able to do so far in this tournament. He's got a couple opportunities here, and he certainly has an opportunity here to do so against New Brunswick. Kamran Mohammed once again running in. This time it's slashed away through the offside. There is a man out there, and it's just going to be a single to Ranveer Singh Rana. Nick Baxter now to face Kamran Mohammed. He's had a good start to this over so far. 3 deliveries in, just 1 run. Nick Baxter got the boundary away in the last over. Newfoundland didn't have the best time of it yesterday, but they've got to find a way here today. Can they get away in the power play without losing too many? Can they get a few boundaries away? Nick Baxter now to Kamran Mohammed. Nick Baxter, this time driven down the ground. He's going to find the man at mid-wicket. So the 2 men out for Kamran Mohammed is a very fine third man. And the man out on the cover boundary. It was at deep point. Point has come into the ring. The man has now gone on a cover. This is pitched up again, and this is driven down the ground. Parth Joshi, it's going to get through the 2 men. They needed a dive, didn't put it in, and that's going to go all the way to the boundary for the second 4 of the innings for Nick Baxter, and the second boundary of the innings for Newfoundland. Nick Baxter getting his team off to a start. 2 boundaries and 2 overs for him. He's 8 off 6. And the team 10 for no loss. Kamran Mohammed needs to get into this over. This time again, pitched up. This is hit in the air. But it's just going to be the single. Hitarth Bhavsar there doing the fielding. So just going to be a single to Nick Baxter. And after 2 overs, a score. 11 for no loss. Rishabh Verma to Nick Baxter. This time, looking to glance that down the leg side. Once again, a loud appeal from Rishabh Verma. He started off well. He went for that boundary in that first over, but he started off well. He's bowled well for his team in a couple of days, and we've seen him. And this time, it's hit high in the air. There is a man out there collecting himself under it, and this popped up. Popped up once, popped up twice, but he's taken the catch, and Nick Baxter has to go. Hemant Gandapalli with the catch. He looks settled under it. Popped hard hands. It popped up once. It popped up twice. But managed to take it in the end, and that's all that matters. As Newfoundland lose their first wicket, and it's got to be Nick Baxter. He's walking back to the hut. 9 off 9 deliveries for him. Manik Arora now to join Ranveer Singh Rana. Rana just 2 off 5 so far. Hasn't really been able to get his innings going to date. Manik Arora, he looked good yesterday for his side. They're going to need him to do a job here today. Rishabh Verma picks up his first. This time Ranveer Rana goes, and that's 2 and 2 for New Brunswick. Rishabh Verma on an absolute roll here. Not the shot that was needed from Ranveer Singh Rana. He'll be disappointed with that, but he has to go. The score now, 11 for 2. And again, as we just mentioned, not the shot that was required in that moment. Ranveer Singh Rana, he has to depart. Just making 2 off 6 deliveries. 11 for 2 after 2.3, and it's going to be the captain, Akashdeep Singh, to join Manik Arora. Neither of them have faced a delivery to date. So again, it's down to these two. Probably the 2 most capable batsmen for Newfoundland. The 2 that have looked the most pleasing to the eye, and the 2 with the most ability. Akashdeep Singh has looked good. He went for a first baller yesterday. like to change his fortunes here today, but Rishabh Verma on a hat trick. The field didn't say hat trick, but he was indeed on a hat trick. And Akashdeep Singh able to get that first ball away to the onto the leg side. No harm done for him. And this time now, Rishabh Verma bowling very straight, stump to stump, giving it no air whatsoever to Akashdeep Singh. He comes again, and there's an edge. There's an edge, but that's dropped by the keeper, Anvesh Puli. That could have been 3 in the over for Rishabh Verma. But no harm done, as that's a double maiden wicket. It's a double maiden wicket for Rishabh Verma. He bowled a maiden wicket yesterday. He's bowled a double maiden wicket here today. And that's a brilliant over for him. He's on 2 for 5. He's taken 2 for 5 off his 2 overs. Akash Singh yet to trouble the scorers. 3 balls he's faced. Manik Arora yet to face a delivery. It's all happening out here. New Brunswick will be happy with this start. They won the toss. They decided to bowl first. This is what they would have been looking for. It's Kamran Mohammed now. He's going to be continuing to Manik Arora, who's yet to face a delivery. Manik Arora facing his first delivery, just driving that down the ground. A positive start from him. They're going to be looking at these two to get them to a competitive total. And Kamran Mohammed to continue here now. This time again, but this time Manik Arora getting it away. This is going to run away. Fielder coming across. He's going to get a boot down, but in vain, as that's got to go all the way to the boundary for 4. Manik Arora opens up his account. Also opens up his boundary account, as that's gone all the way to the boundary for 4. Manik Arora with his first boundary, and that's an ideal start from him. This time pitched up again, looking for that gap once again. Not to be this time, as Rishabh Verma is there at point. So again, that's a good comeback delivery from Kamran Mohammed. Kamran Mohammed coming around the wicket now, and this time it's a full toss. It's going to get through. Fielder coming across. He's not going to be able to get there, and that's the second boundary in the over for Manik Arora. And that's exactly what he would have been hoping for. That gets his innings started. It kicks his innings into second gear. And again, after losing those 2 early wickets, they'd have been looking for these 2 to settle things down. And they've certainly done so early in this innings. Manik Arora looking good early on. 2 boundaries to him in the over. Kamran Mohammed has got to find a way. Got to find his line. Got to find his length. The full tosses and short deliveries aren't going to cut it here, as he runs in now to Manik Arora. This time a better area from Kamran Mohammed. That's more like it. He's getting a little bit of a warning to get off the danger area. So Manik Arora, 1 delivery left to go in the 4th over. 19 for 2 here. This has been a better over, and this one again driven, falling short of the fielder there. Falling short. It was in the air, but it falls short, and just going to be a single to Manik Arora. He's going to keep strike at the end of 4 overs. 20 for 2. 9 coming off that last over. That's more like it for Newfoundland. That's what they'll be hoping for from these 2, to get a couple more of these big overs, especially here in the power play. It is going to be Rishabh Verma to continue. He's bowled well so far. 2 for 5 off his 2 overs. His last wicket, a double maiden wicket. It'll do wonders for the team if he can get another couple here. Manik Arora looking good so far. He's 9 off 6. He hit 2 boundaries in the last over. Here he is now facing Rishabh Verma. And this time that's an absolute peach of a delivery from Rishabh Verma. Beating them all ends up. Looked to be a little bit of an arm ball there. And Manik Arora beaten outside the off stump, but no harm done. Doesn't get any bat on it. This time pitched up, flighted delivery. Manik Arora looking to drive that down the ground. Able to drive it down the ground, but straight down to the man. So Arora, he's looked good so far. He's got to try and get off strike. He's hit 2 boundaries. But he's got to be able to rotate the strike here as well. As this one now is pitched up, looking to drive down the ground again. Rishabh Verma getting a hand on it, but they are going to be able to come through for a single. Three deliveries gone in this over now for Rishabh Verma. He's just gone for 1. Can they find a way to get Rishabh Verma away? Again, this is a slow start in the power play from Newfoundland. Exactly what New Brunswick would have been hoping for when they won the toss this morning and elected to bowl. The 2 men out for Rishabh Verma at long on and deep cover. 3 men on the offside. Just backward a point for that shot, exactly. But this time, Akashdeep Singh gets it into the gap. We said, can he get him away? Rishabh Verma dropping short. Akashdeep Singh able, alert, and puts that away to the point boundary for 4. So again, just five runs off this over. Can they get another way? Got 2 deliveries left in this over, does Rishabh Verma. This time it's pitched up, it's a full toss. This is going to be driven out to the covers. Fielder's going to come across, but they should be able to come back for 2. They're running hard between the wickets, and again, an easy 2 to Akashdeep Singh. That's what he would be looking for. And Akashdeep Singh in a hurry to get back. Failing to get his bat in, and they're going to call 1 short, so just a single there. Just a single there. Sorry, Manik Arora, that was not able to get his bat across the line. He was in a hurry to get back. So just a single, 1 short, criminal at this stage, and that one pitched up. Flighted delivery, Akashdeep Singh getting an inside edge. No harm done, however, and that brings the end of the 5th over. Newfoundland, 26 for 2. So change in bowling now. Kamran Mohammed taken out of the attack. It's going to be Hitarth Bhavsar, left arm spin. So spin from both ends now. Left arm spin from both ends now. But again, different left arm spin as Rishabh Verma, shorter in stature. Gives it a little bit more air. Hitarth Bhavsar, taller. You're not going to see much flight from him. And this time, looks to be just a little arm ball. He's just using that angle there to the left-hander Manik Arora. Pitched up this time, driven down the ground. They're going to come through for a single. Kamran Mohammed there at mid-off. No harm done. Single to Manik Arora as he gets off strike. So again, this is the last over of the power play. Newfoundland only managing 26 for 2 so far. They got to find a way. Can they get a couple boundaries away? Akashdeep Singh to face. The 2 men out at deep cover and deep mid-wicket. Can he find a way to get this over the infield? This time, And again, using that angle, coming around the wicket to the right-hander, but this time too far down leg, and that's going to be a wide. And again, adjusting his line. Potentially it's close there. It's close. Umpire is saying not a wide. Akashdeep Singh looking to cut that away, but unable to do so. So again, this is a good over from Mithaq Bhavsar. Take that wide out of it, and this is a brilliant over. This time, Akashdeep coming down the track. We said, can he get it over the infield? And he certainly can on that occasion. And that's another boundary to Akashdeep Singh. He looks to be in the mood here today, folks, as not letting Bhavsar settle. Bhavsar adjusting his length after the last delivery, and Akashdeep Singh, alert as ever, coming down the track, meeting him, and hitting this over the top for another boundary. This time pitched up once again, Akashdeep Singh looking to hit that through the offside, not able to beat the gap. So just one delivery left in the power play. Can he get this away to the boundary? Can he end the power play on a high? This time looking to go over the top again. It is going to get there. Watch out! As that comes streaming by the camera. Misses everything, luckily for us here. As that, we said, can he get another one away? And he does get another away to end the power play on a high. 36 for 2 after 6. Akashdeep Singh, 13 off 10, 3 boundaries to his name. Manik Arora, 11 off 11, 2 boundaries to his name. And Newfoundland, not the start that they would have wanted, but the end of the power play that they would have hoped for. They're going at 6 runs and over, 36 for 2 now after 6. So another change in bowling here. Another change in bowling here for New Brunswick. This time it's going to be left arm seam, and that's yorked him. Unable to get any bat on it as that dribbles through to the keeper. As we mentioned, this is now the 4th day in a row that we're using this wicket. It wasn't meant to be used today, but due to a wet outfield on the other ground, the ground had to be moved. The ground had to be changed. And so we're using another used wicket. And it looks like it's going to be Himalay Savalaya to bowl to Manik Arora. Started off well and 2 Yorkers in a row now, so he's going for that Yorker, folks. He's going for that Yorker, finding the mark, and unfortunate not to find the stumps on that occasion, as that's 2 balls in a row now that have gone under the bat of Manik Arora and gone through to the keeper. This has been a good start from Savalaya after the power play. And again, the field after the power play, as we expect, spread out. 3 men on the offside, 3rd man point, cover, as we see Savalaya coming in. This time pitched up again, driven through the covers by Manik Arora. There is a man out there now, and it's just going to be a single. So the 5 men out. Cover on the boundary. Long off, long on, mid-wicket on the boundary. And it looks to be deep backward square leg. And now to the left-hander. Replicated of field, short 3rd man, point, extra cover, mid-wicket in the ring, 5 men out. Savalaya bowling well here, looking to bowl full, looking to get into that block hole, looking to get a 3rd wicket for his squad. This time again pitched up, well played by Akashdeep Singh down the ground. Long off is going to come in and cut that off, so just a single there to Akashdeep Singh. Savalaya here now to Manik Arora. These two They've come back well after the loss of the early 2 wickets. And this time, as I say that, that's hit up in the air. That's going to be a simple catch. Devang Satwani with a catch there. And Himalay Savalaya comes into the attack and gets the breakthrough for New Brunswick. Newfoundland now. Newfoundland losing the important wicket of Manik Arora as he has got to go for 12 off 15. And in a little bit of trouble now, Newfoundland, 38 for 3 after 6.5. The new man in now. He's going to have a job to do with the ball later. But he's right now, his team needs him with a bat. It's Ariane Falke. There was confusion over his shirt number yesterday. We've got it right today, folks. It's number 27. And Savalaya, he's looked good so far in his 5 deliveries. Just going for 2, but picking up that important wicket of Manik Arora. This is exactly what New Brunswick was hoping for, winning the toss, electing to bowl. And Ariane Falke now, he looked good with the ball and bat yesterday. He's going to have to do it again today for his team. And right now, he's needed with the bat alongside his captain, Akashdeep Singh. They've got to find some stability into this innings. They've got to build some stability into this innings. Savalaya has other thoughts. As this time, it's edged. But it's going to be edged all the way to the boundary. And that's another 4 runs to the Newfoundland score. Doesn't matter how they come. But Ariane Falke getting his account going with a boundary off the outside edge for 4. Wouldn't say ruins the over from Savalaya. It's still a bit of absolute beauty. But does help the Newfoundland score, as now the score 42 for 3 after 7. And now we're going to see Devang Satwani. We talked about Ariane Falke having a new job with both bat and ball for his team. Devang Satwani is another that's going to have to do a job with both bat and ball for his team. Right now it's with the ball, the vice captain himself. And he's going to be looking to continue the good work that the bowlers before him have done. We're going to see a little bit of leg spin from him now. And this one, pitched up, Akashdeep Singh, just playing that in the offside. Watchful from him. Can't afford to lose another wicket here, Newfoundland. Need to find a way to build a partnership. These two. This one is pitched up and did he get an outside edge there? That one spun. Akashdeep Singh going for that. No edge. So again, big turn there for Satwani. As we said, it is a used wicket, so there should be some turn on offer. And there was certainly turn on offer there for Devang Satwani. But a run to the Newfoundland score as that gets past the keeper for a single. This time it's short outside the off stump. And Falke not able to get this away, but it's going to be buzzers. As that throw not being backed up, the fielder on the boundary not coming in, allows Falke to get off strike. And another single to the Newfoundland score. So it's down to these two, folks. These two have got to find a way to build a partnership here. Akashdeep Singh, 14 off 13. Ariane Falke just into the crease, 5 off 2. And watchful from Akashdeep Singh. They know Satwani's the danger man for New Brunswick. And Satwani now, he's gotten into his work quickly here. This time he's down the leg side. Looking to go for it, but Falke not saying no. Potential for a run there. There should have been a run there, but not going for it. So another top ball for Satwani. Losing his line a little bit there, but no harm done. He's just gone for 1 off this over. So again, 2 good overs in a row for New Brunswick. This time it's short. Not getting quite up, but again, Akashdeep Singh getting a little bit of bat on it. This is going to run away. It is going to be tracked down. So the man from short third man coming across, cutting that one down in just 2 runs to Akashdeep Singh. So again, another good over for New Brunswick. Just 3 runs coming off it. The score now 46 for 3 after 8. After 8 overs, New Brunswick will be the happier side here. 46 for 3 after 8. And again, if you're just joining us, New Brunswick winning the toss, electing to bowl on a used wicket. It's been used for 3 straight days now, so the 4th day on this wicket. It will spin. It will seam. And Savalaya to continue. He bowled an immaculate first over. Last ball going off the outside edge for 4. Ruined his figures a little bit, but pulled a brilliant over. This time, Aryan Falke to face. Hits this through the offside. But Savalaya has gone into work quickly here for his team. Aryan Falke new to the crease, just 5 off 3. Akashdeep Singh, the captain, 16 off 16. They've got to find a way to continue to build this partnership for Newfoundland. And this time, outside the off stump, a flash and a miss from Aryan Falke. Looking to carve that through the offside. Manik Arora back in the hut for Newfoundland. It's really down to these two. Their 2 most experienced batsmen, Akashdeep Singh and Aryan Falke. Falke alongside his captain here. He's got to do a job for the team. And that one driven but straight to point. So New Brunswick, again, as we mentioned before at the start of this over, they'll be the happier side. They haven't let Newfoundland got away. They haven't let Newfoundland get away. And they've taken 3 wickets in the over so far, in the innings so far. So they'll be happy with that. Newfoundland, got to find a way to get a boundary. Got to find a way to get this innings going and moving in the right direction. As this time it's outside edged again. We said find a way, and that will do very nicely for Newfoundland, as that's another outside edge from Aryan Falke. They're going for 4 runs. So 2 boundaries for Aryan Falke, both off the outside edge, both down to third man for 4. And he'll be happy with that. It doesn't matter how they come as long as they keep coming for Newfoundland. And again, we mentioned they've got to get this innings moving in the right direction. And that boundary helps as that brings up their 50. This now a full toss. It is indeed a no ball, so Savalaya losing the plot there a little bit. No ball, free hit, so an extra run to Newfoundland. But more importantly for Aryan Falke, he has the license to throw the kitchen sink at this one. And again, we said they got to find a way to get this innings moving in the right direction, and here's the opportunity. The first warning as well to Savalaya. And again, with the batsman not getting a run there on that delivery, they can't change the field. And Aryan Falke to face. Slower ball from Savalaya, and that's a brilliant delivery. That change of pace. Aryan Falke not up to the mark, not ready for that as he misses out. So again, the free hit, not producing any damage for Newfoundland, not producing any damage for New Brunswick. And Newfoundland's got to find a way here. This time pitched up full toss again. Low full toss driven through the offside. The fielder coming across. He's not going to get there. Wasn't able to put the free hit away, but manages to put that one away, does Aryan Falke. And that brings up his 3rd boundary. The first convincing boundary for Falke. As he's now 13 off 9. 3 boundaries to his name, and after 9 overs, Newfoundland 55 for 3. And it will be Devang Satwani to continue. Satwani bowled a great first over, just 3 runs coming off of it. 9 runs off the last over for Savalaya. You won't be happy with that. And now Akashdeep Singh, this one, lots of air, lots of flight. Teasing the batsman, asking him to come forward. Akashdeep saying, not on that occasion, and Satwani to continue. This time, lots of air again. Akashdeep Singh going for it that time. There is a little bit spin on offer for Satwani. He's making full use. They want another wicket here. They want to break this partnership. Long off, long on in place. Deep mid-wicket in place for Satwani as well. This time, going for the switch hit. He manages to get a little bit of bat on it. It's not going to beat the infield, however, so just going to be a single to the captain, Akashdeep Singh. Looking to innovate, looking to get that one through the offside. Not getting enough bat on it. Again, I like this from Satwani. 5 men in the ring, the 4 men out at deep cover, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket. So again, asking the batsman to go over the top. He's got a short mid-wicket in place. 3rd man in the ring, point, cover, and extra cover as well. Short extra cover at that. So I like the intensity here from Satwani. This time pitched up again. But this one too far outside the off stump, and with that spin, he's got to adjust his line, as that's a wide. They want Satwani to continue. This one, it's a full toss, driven through the offside. It's going to get through. It's in the gap. The fielders are going to come across, and they are going to be able to cut that one off, but there is a misfield. Looking for 3 there. There should have been 3 in that. Settling for 2 on this occasion. Akashdeep Singh, the captain, wanted the 3rd. Aryan Falke said no. Aryan Falke fancying himself against Satwani. And again, this has been a decent spell so far from Satwani. Just gone for 7 in his 1.4. He's the danger man. He's somebody they rely on to take some wickets in the middle overs. As this one again, and that's beating them all ends up. That's an absolute peach of a delivery. That would have beaten higher class batsmen than that. He would have done well to get any bat on that, Aryan Falke, as that one was just simply unplayable from Dewang Satwani. This time, coming down the track, hitting that over the top of the bowler. Long off is going to be able to come around. So a single. Aryan Falk meeting that ball, making sure that it's not going to spin past me this time. Is getting to the pitch of that. So just a single to end the over. Newfoundland now 60 for 3 after 10. Dewang Satwani's bowled a brilliant spell so far. 2 overs, none for 8. As we're going to see another bowling change here. And it looks like it's going to be Hemant Gandapalli coming into the attack for New Brunswick. $60 for 3. 60 for 3 is Newfoundland after 10 overs. New Brunswick will be happy with this. This is a below par total at this point in time. They're going to have to find a way. Get over that 130 mark. Get over that 140 mark. Can you get there, Newfoundland? It's got to be down to these 2. This is an important partnership for Newfoundland, and it's got to continue. As Gandapalli now in to Aryan Falke. And this time it's pitched up outside the off stump. Falke driving. It's just going to be a single, as that's not going to get through the ring. Rishabh Varma doing the field in there. That covers. So good start from Gandapalli. Pitched up outside off stump, but no damage done. Just a single. He's going to now have to come into Akashdeep Singh, the captain of Newfoundland. He's done a good job for his team, settling them down. And this one, is that an outside edge? No, it's not. Akashdeep Singh turned his head quickly there. But no harm done, as that's just falling short of Anvesh Puli. No edge on that either. The oohs and ahs come out, but that, again, as we mentioned, this is a good start from Gandapalli. He'll be even better if he can break this partnership. That's what New Brunswick is looking for at this point. They can't let this partnership continue. These 2 seasoned batsmen for Newfoundland, the 2 that they rely on heavily. And this time pitched up again. Akashdeep Singh, a little bit of a helicopter shot there, but not able to get that through the infield. As the dot balls now start to build up, 2 straight dot balls to Akashdeep Singh. He tried the switch hit in the last over. Will we see some innovation coming out for Akashdeep Singh in this over as Kandapali now to continue? This time it's a slower ball. He might have been thinking the same thing. And Akashdeep Singh not alert to it. It's a good variation on that ball by Hemant Kandapali, showing all his toolkit, bringing out all his toolkit to this match this morning. And as we mentioned earlier today, this is an important match for both teams. It's going to decide who plays for the 7th place spot, who plays for the 9th place spot. The winner of this to play for number 7. And Kandapali that time, full toss, and Akashdeep Singh able to get across, hit that down to long on for a single. But again, this is a good over. It's been 2 quiet overs in a row now, well, a couple of quiet overs in a row now for Newfoundland. They've got to find a way to get this innings moving. Aryan Falke looks to be the man. He's 17 off 13. The captain, Akashdeep Singh, he's 18 off 23. So Aryan Falke looks to be the more aggressive partner. This time hitting the offside, getting off strike. And he said, you know what, I'd rather keep the strike for the next over. I'm just going to get a single here, and he does so beautifully. Newfoundland now 63 for 3 after 11. As refreshments come out into the field for both the batsmen and the bowlers, it is going to be Devang Satwani to continue. He's bowled a good spell so far. 2 overs, none for 8. He's going to be looking for that breakthrough, however. This is an important partnership for Newfoundland. This partnership's got to continue. For New Brunswick, they're going to have to look to break this partnership. Aryan Falk looking good. He's 18 off 14. Akashdeep Singh hanging out there with his partner. 18 off 23 for him. 3 boundaries to each batsman. And it's going to be Satwani now. He's gotten a bit of turn in this spell. He's bowled a couple of absolutely unplayable deliveries. Aryan Falk to face, and a slip in place now. As this time, Aryan Falk coming down the track. There's a loud appeal, but it's not out. Aryan Falk looks to be, he took a couple steps down, but was able to get back, dragging that back foot in the crease. And again, another beautiful delivery from Satwani. He is getting turned. There is turn on offer for him, and he's taking full advantage of this used wicket. It's going to suit his bowling. He likes to give it a little bit of air. He's doing so beautifully on this occasion. And this time again, Aryan Falke looking to give himself some room. But unable to carve that through the offside. Satwani going really well for his team. The dot ball's really adding up. The slip in place, he's looking for a wicket. They're looking for a wicket, and this time he's got to go. As he walks down the track, the pressure built, the pressure told, and Aryan Falke losing his head there a little bit, looking to launch this back to Newfoundland. Unfortunately, has to go for Newfoundland. As the score now 63 for 4 after 11.3. Aryan Falke looked good in his brief innings, but in this over, losing the plot a little bit as he goes for 18 off the 17 deliveries he's faced. Akashdeep Singh still not out on 18 off 23, but he's just lost his partner in the important partnership and an important wicket taken for New Brunswick, an important partnership broken for New Brunswick. And we said Satwani looked to be the man, and he is the man on this occasion. Apologies there. It looks like the camera moved, but thank you. We got your feedback, and we're adjusting it as we speak. Dewang Satwani has bowled a great spell so far. Gurman Khurana is the new man in as he just plays that into the offside.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The camera actually turned this way because of the wind, and we got calls from people who were watching, and I apologize. No. So I said, just a
And this time, Gurman Khurana driving this to the offside. This is a beautiful shot. Long off is going to be able to come across to cut it off. So 2 runs, and Khurana opens up his account. And that's exactly what they're looking for, some intent. And Khurana looks to be up to the task. So Khurana now, an experienced man for Newfoundland. Coming in, and he looks good so far. This time it's short outside the off stump. Look at it cut. But a good stop there at point, so no run. And again, that's a brilliant over for Dewang Satwani. Just 2 runs coming off of it. But the important wicket of Aryan Falke. And now the score after 12, 65 for 4. Khurana and Singh have to find a way. Akashdeep Singh, the captain. Gurman Khurana. They've got to find a way to build some momentum into their innings. They can't let this innings meander along. As Dewang Satwani has built a beautiful spell so far. He's 1 for 10 off his 3 overs. Hemant Gandapalli just going for the 3 runs in his first over. So he's supporting well from the other end. And he's to continue. This time to Akashdeep Singh. This is cut away. Savalaya there. So just it's into his hands, but just a misfield allows them to come through for a single.
if it ever changes, I'll just.
We're back in operational, folks. So thank you again for letting us know. And a single there for Akashdeep Singh. He gets off strike. Gurman Khurana, just a 3 balls face for him. He has 2. Got to find a way to build some momentum in this innings. And this time it's driven through the offside. They're going to come through for a single. The man at cover is on the ring, so allows them to come through. Rishabh Verma there. And Khurana gets off strike. So again, the boundaries have really dried up here for Newfoundland. And a couple quiet overs now for them as well. And this time Gandapalli driving again is Akashdeep Singh. And this is a brilliant stop from Rishabh Verma. And the batsman not able to get through for that single. So again, Newfoundland, they've got to find a way. Who's going to be the man to build some momentum? Who's going to be the man to change the tide for Newfoundland? Is it going to be the captain, Akashdeep Singh? Is it going to be Gurman Khurana? For New Brunswick, however, they'll be absolutely over the moon with this performance so far. They've taken 4 wickets. They've broken the important partnership. Aryan Falke, Manik Arora, the 2 batsmen that Newfoundland rely on back in the hut. And this time now a loud appeal, and the captain has got to go. The captain's got to go. We said it wasn't going to be... Apologies, there seems to be a little bit of confusion. I thought it was the captain. Yes, indeed, it is the captain. The captain's got to go. Just making sure. We said the captain's got to go, and he indeed does. He looked good out there, but just not able to get the momentum into the innings. Playing for the team, looking to carve that away to the leg side. Is out LBW, and Gandapalli bowling straight, stump to stump lines. You miss, I hit. Hit the pads, and he's out. So with that, the score now 67 for 5 after 12.4. Rakesh Negi is going to be the new man in to join alongside Gurman Khurana. Gurman Khurana just 3 off 4 so far. Rakesh Negi, the new man in. Again, Akashdeep Singh looking to get some boundaries for his team, not letting this innings meander along. And in the end, falling, trying to play a big shot over the leg side. So Gandapalli now joins the wicket column. And he's bowled a brilliant spell so far. 1.4 overs, 1 for 5 for him. Dewang Satwani from the other end has bowled 3 overs, 1 for 10. So these two doing it well for New Brunswick. This time pitched up outside the off stump, and Rakesh Negi drives this out into the deep. There is a fielder out there, and just going to be a single. So again, another quiet over here for Newfoundland. But more importantly, losing that big wicket of their captain, Akashdeep Singh. Gurman Khurana, experienced cricketer here. He's got to find a way. As you see, Gandapali this time walking across his stumps, but just able to manage that to play it right back to the bowler, who got a hand on it, and enough for a dot ball. So after 13, Newfoundland 68 for 5. Devang Satwani, who's bowled a brilliant spell so far, 1 for 10 off his 3 overs. He's going to end off. He took the all-important wicket of Arian Falke in the last over. He's going to be looking to take another here to end off his spell. And again, he's done a job for his team. The vice captain. This is the role that he plays. Bowls in the middle overs. Looks to slow things down, but looks to take some wickets. So 68 for 5. It's not going to be good enough at this level for Newfoundland. They've got to find a way to get some boundaries away. They've got to find a way to get over that 120, 130 mark. And this time, beaten outside the off stump is Khurana, dragging him forward, and that ball spins away sharply outside the off stump. And Anvesh Puli looking for another stumping to add to his stats, but not to be on that occasion. Devang Satwani bowling an absolutely beautiful spell here. He's looked impressive so far in this spell. He's got 5 more deliveries. What can he do in those 5? Can he get another? That's what we'd be looking for. Rakesh Negi to face. This time again, getting some turn. Rakesh Negi not taking the bait there. It was a little bit short of length, but Rakesh Negi looking to start his account. Start his innings. He's 1 off 3. This time again, pitched up and beaten the outside edge. They have no idea at this point in time. Devang Satwani having his way, doing whatever he wants right now. Rakesh Negi, he's got to come up with something. Got to come up with something fast. He's got 3 deliveries here left in the Satwani over. This time it's pitched up. It's a full toss. Looking to carve that away, but there is a man out there. They're going to come back for 2. They are coming back for 2. A run-out opportunity here. Anvesh Puli failing to collect. It would have been close, but safe is Rakesh Negi as he comes back for 2 runs. So Satwani just going a little bit fuller there, going for that wicket-taking delivery, managing a full toss, and Rakesh Negi able to hit that out into the deep. So it's going to be Satwani to continue here. He's got 2 deliveries left in his over. He's only gone for 12. 2 more deliveries to go. He's going to continue bowling to Rakesh Negi. And this time short, not getting up. The ball not quite getting up to Rakesh Negi as he plays and miss. Looking to give himself a little bit of room. Too much room on that occasion. And another dot ball to Devang Satwani. Short again, this time hit in the air. It's gonna fall short of Bafsar there. And Rakesh Negi just managing a single. And that brings it into a brilliant spell from Devang Satwani. He's gone for 13 in his 4 overs. He's taken the important wicket of Arian Falke, and he's done his job with the ball today. He may be needed with the bat later on, but for now, he can hold his head high with a brilliant spell. 1 for 13 off 4. After 14 overs, Newfoundland 71 for 5. We said Satwani bowled a great spell. Hemant Gandapali in the midst of a great spell for himself. He's 2 overs, 1 for 6. He's going to look to continue that good form as he bowls to Rakesh Negi. This time again, outside the off stump, the ball not quite getting up. We said it was a used wicket. And showing here, the ball quite not getting up, so uneven bounce. That's something the Newfoundland bowlers will be keeping a keen eye on as well. They're going to have their say on this wicket later on. For now, it's going to be Gandapalli to Rakesh Negi. This time it's pitched up, hit over the top. Not quite where you would have wanted it, but does land safe, and going to be a single to Rakesh Negi. So looking to go over the offside, instead managing to get that over the bowler's head, and gets Khurana back on strike. Khurana now to face Gandapalli, and again in the midst of a brilliant spell here. This time it's straight and well fielded there. Looking to see who that may be, but it's good fielding effort down there. And Gandapalli just keeping things tight, not doing anything fancy, just stump to stump, bowling straight lines. And the Newfoundland batsman not able to get him away. There again, slower ball, but this time, that's hit over the offside. That was the opportunity Khurana was looking for. He pitched it up. It was a slower ball, too slow on that occasion, and Khurana up to the task as he smashes that over the offside for 4 runs. First boundary to Khurana. That takes the score now, 76 for 5 after 14.4. 2 balls to go. Here for Gandapalli, he's bowled well so far. Didn't need to change things up. We'll see if he goes back to his stock delivery. And he does. That again, not quite getting up to where Khurana would have liked. It was there for the shot. It was outside the off stump. It was back of a length. Just managing a bottom edge. Gandapalli, 1 ball to go in his third over, sorry. And this time again, stump to stump, potentially a little bit of movement. It's tough to say from this angle, but nonetheless beats the outside edge of Khurana. And the score now after 15 overs, 76 for 5. Gurman Khurana, 7 off 9 for him. The 1 boundary, that coming off this last over. Rakesh Negi, 5 off 9. He's got to find a way to get things moving. The projected score at this point, the projected score is 101. They're going at a run rate of just over 5 runs. Can they find a way to go at 8 and over? Can they find a way to go at 10 and over for these last 5? That's what they require. They need to get over 120 at minimum. Can they get to 130? Can they find a way to get to 140? It's a tall ask. As we now see Rishabh Verma coming in to bowl his final over. He bowled a great spell with a new ball. 3 overs, 2 for 11, with a double wicket made, and I'll get it right eventually here, folks. Amidst that, he's to continue now. He'll be looking for another, not the start that he was looking for, however, starts with a wide. One's hit it high in the air. Kamran Mohammed coming across, not going to be able to get there. That's going to get to the boundary, and Rakesh Negi freeing his arms on that occasion and getting the ball to the boundary for his first 4. The score now getting to 80. We said, can they get up to 120, 130? Shots like that are certainly going to help. And Rakesh Negi looking to get on a move here. This time, driven down the ground, but straight back to Rishabh Verma. So again, this has been a good spell. A boundary, but good spell. And this time, it's driven through the offside. There is cover out there. The man at extra cover. This is good running from Khurana. He's looking to come back. And they do come back for 2. Brilliant cricket there from Gurman Khurana. He pushed his partner there for the second. Running hard between the wickets. The field for Rishabh Verma, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off. Deep cover, 5 men still in the ring, square leg, short mid-wicket. short third man, sorry, I should say, point and extra cover. So Sumit Gore, the captain of New Brunswick, staying aggressive for his side. Rakesh Negi to continue. This time looking to go over the offside, gets it outside edge. And going to come through for the single. Apologies, no outside edge, just a bye. So again, this wicket playing a few tricks. It is spinning. Something the Newfoundland bowlers will be keeping a keen eye on. There is turn on offer for them. This time Karana walking across the crease there. Carving that down to long off for a single. Parth Joshi over there doing the fielding. So again, this is more like the over they were hoping for. 7 runs off, 8 runs off it now. Rakesh Negi looking to go over the top again. This time a thick outside edge goes to the captain Sumit Gore at short third man. Just going to be a single. So again, more like it. More like the over they wanted. 10 runs coming off that over. The boundary helping the cause. Rishabh Verma ends his spell 2 for 20. 1 off 4. He went for 10 in that last over. But brilliant figures nonetheless for him as he finishes 2 off 20 with a double wicket maiden for him. 4 overs, a brilliant spell. But now Newfoundland 86 for 5. They've got 4 overs remaining. What can they do in the last 24 deliveries? What can they do? They need and it is going to be Gandapalli to continue. They've gotten a little bit of move on here in the last 2 overs. Rakesh Negi to face. And Gandapalli, he's bowled a good spell so far. 1 for 11 off his 3. He's going to look to finish strong. This time again on the stumps, but he gets a hold of it. There is a fielder out there, and it's going to be dropped. An unfortunate drop at the long off boundary. It looks like it is the captain, Sumit Gore, so he's got nobody else to blame but himself. And Gandapalli, he won't be too happy with his captain there putting that one down. But importantly for Newfoundland, it is a single. Karana now coming down the track, looking to carve that through the offside, and a play and miss from him. So you can certainly see the intent from Newfoundland. They know they've only got a few deliveries left, a few overs remaining. They've got to make the most of it. They got 10 off the last over. What can they get off this over? Gandapalli now back to Karana. This time again through that leg side. Beats the man at short mid-wicket, and it's going to be a single, and it's a misfield. They're going to come back for 2. They are going to come back for 2. Alert running from Rakesh Negi. Gurman Karana was unsure. Rakesh Negi was certain, and they come back for 2. That's not going to help the cause of New Brunswick. They've been sloppy here in the last few overs. They've got to make sure that they end this innings off well. They've bowled well so far. Their fielders have to support their bowlers. Gandapalli to continue. This time walking across the stumps, carving this through the offside. They got to push hard here. Are they going to come back for 2? Karana is coming back for 2. This is going to be close, and he makes it safely. Good running there from Gurman Karana. He was going for 2 all along. He comes back, and that's exactly what they need here. Showing good experience there is Karana, walking across his stumps, making Gandapalli change his line of attack. And another 2 runs to the score for Newfoundland. But they haven't gotten away from Gandapalli. Just 5 runs off this over so far. 2 deliveries to go. Gandapalli to Karana. This time looking to play that through the offside once again. And we've seen so far in this innings, those cross bat shots not as easy on this surface. The ball not quite getting up. And another dot ball. Hemant Gandapalli, 3.5 overs, 1 for 16. What can he do for his final delivery? Karana will want this to go to the boundary. As this time again, carves this through the offside. The man looking to come across. He's not going to get there. We said Karana will be looking for the boundary, and he's found it. That's the end of the over that they would have been looking for. 9 runs coming off that over. Hemant Gandapalli finishing with figures of 1 for 20 off his 4. The score now after 17, 95 for 5. Gurman Khurana, 16 off 15, 2 boundaries to his name. It's been 2 impressive overs for Newfoundland, the 2 overs that they were looking for. 11 runs coming off the last 2 overs. We said, can they go at 10 runs and over? They're going at 9.5 off the last 2, but they're going to need to continue that. And for these last 3 overs, can they get another 30? Can they get another 40 in the last 3 overs? That's the score they'd be looking for. Again, we say this, we said this all along. This is a used wicket. It's a used wicket. It's been used for 3 straight days. This is now the 4th day. It was also used last week for Canada versus Nepal. As we see the opening bowler, Kamran Mohammed, returning for New Brunswick. Kamran Mohammed bowled well early on and went for a few in his second over. He's gone for 15 off his 2 overs. You'll be looking to keep it quiet here in the end. Rakesh Negi, 13 off 15 for him. Got a life in that last over. And this time it's hit through the offside. The fielder from long off going across. He's going to be able to cut it off. Hitarth Bhavsar there. But the batsman able to come back for 2. And that's a good start to the over for Newfoundland. And once again, the basics not going right for Newfoundland. That one signaled 1 short, so Khurana not getting his bat across the line, coming back for 2, so they gonna be just a single off that ball. And this time again, Rakesh Negi hitting this down to long off. Hitarth Bhavsar, a little bit of a slip in the field, but no harm done as just a single to Rakesh Negi. Basics so important. They've cost themselves 2 runs by running 2 runs short so far in this innings. Well, how costly will that be in the end? We'll wait and see. As Khurana now walking across his stumps, looking to carve this through the leg side. The fielder from mid-wicket is going to come across. They're coming back for 2. They are going to come back for 2. So again, brilliant running there from Newfoundland. Exactly what they want in the end. They want to run hard between the wickets. They got to just make sure they get their bat across that line coming back. As they're now inching closer to that 100 mark. 99 for 5 and 17.3. This time Khurana coming down the track, hitting this through the offside, but just going to be a single. And that brings up the 100 for Newfoundland in 17.4 overs. Rakesh Negi 15 off 17. Gurman Khurana 19 off 17. Just the 5 runs coming off this over so far. So a good over for New Brunswick. But a boundary might be able to change this. And Rakesh Negi looks to launch that one down the ground. Unable to do so. So a dot ball, as we mentioned. Just 5 runs coming off 5 deliveries so far in this over. Another quiet delivery. And this will be an absolutely brilliant over for New Brunswick. A boundary could change things Newfoundland's way. And they'll be certainly looking for that off this last delivery of the 18th over. And it is high, hit in the air. It's going to fall between the 2 men. And it's going to go all the way for 4. We said a boundary would change things in the over Newfoundland's way, and it certainly does. 9 runs now coming off that over. The score up to 104.5. And they've gone 28 runs in the last 3 overs. We said they needed to go right around that 10 runs and over mark, and they're doing so beautifully here so far. Rakesh Negi hitting that one down the ground, finding the boundary for 4. And Newfoundland finishing this innings off well. Gurman Khurana joined alongside Rakesh Negi. And they've done well here. Again, 28 coming off the last 3 overs. And it looks to be, it's going to be Hitarth Bhavsar to bowl the 19th over, the penultimate over. He's got to bowl a good over here for his side. As we said, it is a used wicket. It is a used wicket, so again, the spinners are going to have a say. Newfoundland watching this innings closely. Their bowlers watching this innings closely. They know they're going to have a say in this game. Can they get to 130? Find a way to get to 130. This will be a tight game. Again, par on this wicket is probably around that 130, 140 mark. Can you find a way to get there? He thought Bofsar to bowl his left arm spin. He's gone for 10 off his first over. This is now only his second over. Gurman Khurana has looked good so far. He's 19 off 17, 2 boundaries to his name. Rakesh Negi, 19 off 19, 2 boundaries to his name. Khurana to face. Walking across his stumps, looking to launch that into the leg side, and misses out on that occasion. I think he'd be better off looking to go straight down the ground, looking to go over extra cover. 2 men patrolling that area on the leg side. This time comes down the track. This one's hit high in the air. The man not quite getting there, allowing that ball to land in front of him for a single. So Khurana, once again, looking to go over top the leg side, just managing a single. As I mentioned, he'd be better looking to go straight. It's a shorter boundary straight. Go over extra cover. Rakesh Negi now to face Bofsar. This time giving himself a little bit of room. And slow, really slow from Bofsar. Asking the batsman to create all the pace. Good bowling there and good thinking from Bofsar as well. Rakesh Negi looking to give himself some room. This now coming down the track, and it's beating everything. This is going to run away. No, it's not Kamran Mohammed getting to that one, but it is going to be 2 runs added to the Newfoundland score. Bofsar not happy with his keeper there, as that's gone for 2 runs. It's not going to count against his figures, but it is going to count towards the score of Newfoundland, as they now are up to 107 for 5 after 18.4. All in all, a good over so far for Bofsar. Just 3 runs coming off the over. This one now, and that's gone. Rakesh Negi. We said he was bowling slow, and that looked to all be in slow motion there for Rakesh Negi as he came down the track. I think he could have counted how many clouds were in the sky there as he was looking to launch that far. Unfortunately, managing air, and leg stump goes back. So again, you might not hear the excitement in my voice, and that's because again that looked to all happen in slow motion. He thought Bofsar bowling really slow here in this over. The score now 107 for 6 and 18.5. We said they needed to go at 10 and over. Just 3 runs off this over so far. They had 28 runs off the last 3. So Bofsar coming back really well here. Getting the important wicket of Negi. And now he's got the last ball of this 19th over. Slow again, and he's got another. He's got 2 and 2 to end his spell. And the batsman has to go. Pardeep Dillon has to walk back without troubling the scorers. And Gurman Khurana looks like he doesn't want to face the last over. He thought that was the end of the 20th. It's not. It's the end of the 19th. He'll get it all sorted. 1 more over to go for him. But Pardeep Dillon has to walk back. And that's the end of the over. So 107 for 7 is Newfoundland. 3 runs coming off the score. 3 runs to the total of Newfoundland in that last over, but the important 2 wickets that New Brunswick was looking for. And now Gurman Khurana, he's got to be the man. He's got to face all 6 deliveries if he can in this over. He's got to find some boundaries in this over. Newfoundland 107 for 7. We said it's a below par score, but if they can get over 120, can they manage to get over 120? This is a used wicket. It'll put a competitive total on the board. Jaspreet Singh to continue. Jaspreet Singh, joins Gurman Khurana. It is going to be Kamran Mohammed to bowl. He's got to bowl stump to stump here. Khurana looking to hit that down the ground, and he does. They're going to come for 1. I said he's got to face all 6 deliveries, but you've got to also take the runs where they're given. And he's happy with that single there. So 108 for 7 now, 19.1. 5 deliveries to go. They looked good from the 16th to the 18th. Those 3 overs going for 28. The last over only going for 3. So last 4 overs going for 31. Can they find a way? Get a couple of boundaries in this over. Get over 120. Kamran Mohammed will be looking to keep this as tight as possible. He's got none for 25 at 3.1 as he uses the face. And Jaspreet Singh. Jaspreet Singh walking across his stumps, looking to paddle this over flying leg, then changing his mind, looking to go over third man. Kamran Mohammed won't be happy with that wide. Batsman walking across. The line should go. So unsure about that call from the umpire there. And this one pitched up. Right back to Kamran Mohammed, and that's out. He's got to run out. Jaspreet Singh walking down the track. He looked to play that, so he would have been out either way. It was either going to make contact with the bat or it was going to make contact with the stumps. And it made contact with the stumps, so Kamran Mohammed getting an important run out for his team. In this innings now, not the end of the innings that Newfoundland would have been open for. They look good, as I mentioned, from 16 to 18. They got 28 runs off those 3 overs. But the last 2 overs just going for 5 runs so far. 4 deliveries left. Chaudhary into bat. Ibnul Chaudhary into bat for Newfoundland. And this time it's hit through the offside, and Sumit Kaur takes the catch. So we said this innings is coming to a slow end, and it certainly seems that way, as that's now 2 wickets in the over for 2 wickets in the over for New Brunswick. As we now see the last man coming in, Ibnul Chaudhary, looking to get some quick runs for his team, only managing to hit that in the air to Sumit Kaur. So Kamran Mohammed helping his figures here. He's 1 for 26 now off 3.3. He does have the run out of Jaspreet Singh as well. Gurman Khurana watching all the action from the non-strikers, and I said in the beginning of the over, he's got to face all 6 deliveries. He got a single off the first, and now watching the damage happen from the other end. 3 deliveries left in this innings. New Brunswick will be happy. They won the toss, chose to bowl, restricting Newfoundland to 109 for 9 after 19.3. And now it's going to be Indraneel Malik, the last batsman in for Newfoundland. Indraneel Malik Neal to face. 3 deliveries left. 109 for 9 is Newfoundland. And this time it's edged. It's not going to get by short third man. It is going to get by short third man. He gets a little bit of a hand on it, and Khurana decides. He decides he's going to come back for 2. And it's going to be another 1 short. Another run short. Khurana would have been better off to take strike in this last over. Instead, he decides to come back. And again, another short run. So 3 runs that have been taken away from Newfoundland due to not getting their bat across the line. And Kamran Mohammed now to continue. 2 deliveries left in this spell. And that one is another dot ball. And again, I didn't like the tactic in the beginning of the over from Khurana. He had to face the majority of the deliveries in this over. He chose to take the single. Even off that last delivery, he should have stayed for the 1, instead deciding to come back for 2. And Indraneel Malik unable to get bat to ball. So 1 delivery to go. Newfoundland 110 for 9. And this time it's hit in the air. This is going to get over. They're going to have to come back for 2. They're going to be able to come back for 2. And with that, that ends the innings. Newfoundland finishing on 112 for 9 off their allotted 20 overs. New Brunswick, after winning the toss, would have been happy with that. They'll be happy with their performance. Dewang Sathwani bowled very well for his team. Aryan Falk and Akashdeep Singh looked good for their side. They were doing a job, but when those 2 went, The innings sort of meander along. Rakesh Negi, in partnership with Gurman Khurana, had a couple of key overs, but once Rakesh Negi fell, nothing really else to note of from the Newfoundland side as they end on 112 for 9. Rishabh Verma 2 for 20 off his 4. Kamran Mohammed 1 for 29 off his 4. Hitarth Bhavsar bowled a brilliant 19th over, 2 for 11 for him off his 2 overs. Savalaya bowled an incredible first over as well. He's 1 for 15. Satwani, definitely the pick of the bowlers. He's bowled well, 1 for 13 off his 4. And Gandapali, in partnership alongside Satwani, bowled a brilliant spell as well, 1 for 20 off his 4. And with that, I'm Arslan Kadir, and we'll be back very shortly for the chase. So please do stay tuned. Join us. Newfoundland 112 for 9 off their 20. In 10 minutes, we'll see New Brunswick looking to chase that down. Welcome back to live action here from King City, Ontario, Canada. We're bringing you the second innings of New Brunswick versus Newfoundland and Labrador. New Brunswick winning the toss this morning, electing to bowl, putting in Newfoundland, and Newfoundland managing 112 for 9. Short and wide first ball. Sorry, just getting settled in here, folks. So New Brunswick winning the toss this morning, electing to field, putting in Newfoundland. Newfoundland managing 112 for 9. It's a brilliant bowling effort, but again, this isn't going to be easy. This is a used wicket, 4th day on this wicket. And we have Nick Baxter open the bowling for Newfoundland. Jay Kumar Patel, new man, to open the batting for New Brunswick, alongside Kamran Mohammed. And Nick Baxter looking to swing this ball back into Jay Kumar Patel. The first time he's going to be able to get some bat on it. So good start from Nick Baxter, finding his areas early. He's an important figure for this Newfoundland team. He opened the batting earlier today. He's opening the bowling here. Very similar to Kamran Mohammed for New Brunswick. Nick Baxter now to Jay Kumar Patel. This one short outside the off stump once again. And we saw it in the first innings. The ball not quite getting up when it's back of a length. And so it's going to be interesting to see as this innings goes along. That delivery not quite getting up from Nick Baxter. Jay Kumar Patel to face once again. This time on the offside, looking for that single, and it's going to get through. It gets through Jaspreet Singh, and they're going to be able to come back for an easy single, and Jay Kumar Patel opens his account. So a single for Jay Kumar Patel, and that's going to open the scoring for him. And again, this isn't a big chase, but this wicket playing a few tricks. The Newfoundland spinners are certainly going to have a say in this innings. One slip in place for Baxter as he comes into Kamran Mohammed. This wide outside the off stump, too far wide outside the off stump as he looked to take that ball away from Kamran Mohammed. Trying to bring that slip into play. So 2 runs so far. He started off well. Nick Baxter, take away that wide. Kamran Mohammed, somebody who we've seen with the ability to hit a big ball. This one pitching in, it's getting a loud appeal. Not from Nick Baxter, however, as there was an inside edge on that one. Kamran Mohammed looking to hit that over the leg side. The 2 men out for Nick Baxter. That 3rd man and long on. 6-3 field, a slip in place. Man at short fine leg, mid-wicket. The men a ring on the offside. This time it is hit through the leg side. And this is going to bring up the first boundary of the over for Kamran Mohammed. Nick Baxter swinging that ball in, but swinging that ball into the arc of Kamran Mohammed, and that brings up a boundary to him. And that brings an end to the first over. 6 for no loss after 1. In an ideal start, they're up with the rate. They're up with the rate after that first over. Can they get ahead of it in the power play? That's what they'll be looking for, New Brunswick. Got to make full use of that power play here. And he'll be spin from the other end. Ibnul Chaudhry with his left arm spin. We saw the left arm spinners bowl well for New Brunswick. Ibnul Chaudhry going to be looking to do the same for his team in Newfoundland. So again, this is going to be a tight, looking at that scorecard, potentially not enough runs on the board, but once again, there are a few demons in this wicket. It's a used pitch, been used for a number of games, 9 games already. This is the 10th game in this National T20 Championship on this wicket. So we'll see what effect that has on this game. But for now, it's Ibnul Chaudhry to open the bowling from the north end. And there again, Jay Kumar Patel getting on that back foot, looking to cut that through the offside, not to be on this occasion. Again, we said the spinners are Newfoundland. They would have watched the first innings. They know there's a bit of spin in there for them. They're going to have to bowl well to restrict New Brunswick on this wicket. Ibnul Chaudhry now again to Jay Kumar Patel. This time back of a length once again, and Kumar Jay Patel, sorry, able to just hit that straight back to the bowler. He's got to find a way here, Jay Kumar Patel. He's getting a little bogged down here. 1 off 6 deliveries. This one again pitched his short back of a length. There was the delivery to put away for Jay Kumar Patel, not able to do so as he manages to find the one man backward of square on the leg side. That's Nick Baxter there. And a dot ball. This time pitched up, looking to go over the top. This is only going to get high in the air, straight to mid-on, and it's going to be caught. And there's that first wicket that they were looking for. Jay Kumar Patel, 3 dot balls in that over for him, and then looking to go over the top, falls to Ibnul Chaudhry, and there's the first wicket for Newfoundland. New Brunswick now 6 for 1 after 1.4. And that's the wicket, that's the breakthrough they would have wanted early. That's certainly the breakthrough they would have wanted early. A simple catch down to Pardeep Dillon at mid-on, as that was hit high in the air. But a regulation catch that you should be taking, and certainly did take from Pardeep Dillon. Ibnul Chaudhry with an ideal start. 3 dot balls, and then the wicket of Jay Patel, as we now see Parth Joshi coming to join. And once again, another dot ball. So Can Ibnul Chaudhry find another wicket here? Can he get a maiden? He cannot, as Kamran Mohammed carves us through the offside. This is going to be a chase, and they're going to come back for 2. The fielder does well on the boundary, but not able to stop them from coming back for the second. So a great over from Ibnul Chaudhry. Gets the important wicket of Jay Kumar Patel to get the first wicket for Newfoundland. After 2 overs, the score 8 for 1. And it's going to be Nick Baxter here now. Nick Baxter to continue. Bowled a decent first over. The last ball going for 4. But now he's into bowl to Parth Joshi. He's got to slip in place. And this one going across Joshi. And that's a start that Nick Baxter's looking for. It's somebody that they look to take wickets early for them. And he's going to have to take wickets early here for this team. Nick Baxter again to Parth Joshi, the 2 men out for him at third man, as we see this one again going across from him. They're going to look for the single, not there. It's a good call from Kamran Mohammed. He's unmoved at the non-striker's end. There's a tight ring on the offside. The opportunity to get through him is there if you want to hit it hard. 3 men on the leg side, mid-wicket, short fine leg and long on. The 2 men out for Nick Baxter at third man and long on. Parth Joshi, you got to get a move on here. And this is a loud appeal. A loud appeal. Umpire's going to say no as he walks away. Potentially an inside edge on that. So it looks to be a good call from the umpire. And Nick Baxter, this has been a great start to the over. Putting the pressure, continuing the pressure for New Brunswick. We said this wasn't going to be an easy chase. This wicket has a few demons in him. Nick Baxter taking advantage of that early in his spell. This one again, played through the offside. It is going to get through. It gets through the infield. They're going to come back for 2. It's not going to go to the boundary. Kamran Mohammed, can he come back for 3? No, they're settled for 2. There's a potential for 3rd in that if they wanted to go for it. Choosing not to and settling for 2. So again, not an ideal start for here from New Brunswick. They're 10 for 1 after 2.4. They would have liked to get a few more boundaries away. Unfortunately, not to be the case so far. Nick Baxter once again swinging this ball across. Parth Joshi happy to let it go. They know that he's a danger man for Newfoundland. Nick Baxter, he's somebody to look at to take early wickets for the team. He's been unlucky so far in this tournament. He's looking to change his luck around. Nick Baxter to continue here to Parth Joshi. This time it's outside the off stump, cuts away, and does not beat the man at point. And so another dot ball to end that over. The score now 10 for 1 after 3. Not the start New Brunswick would have hoped for. But they're one of their main batters, Kamran Mohammed, still out there. He's only faced 4 deliveries in the 3 overs. He's 6 off 4. Parth Joshi 2 off 6. And it will be Ibn Chaudhry to continue from the north end. So 10 for 1 for New Brunswick, chasing 113 to win. Not the ideal start, not the start they would have been hoping for, but one of their main batters, Kamran Mohammed, still out there. Ibn Chaudhry bowled a brilliant first over, just gone for 2. But taking the important wicket, the first wicket for Newfoundland. He's going to be looking for a second here. Kamran Mohammed to face. And this one is a full toss. It's hit away. It's not going to go all the way. Just getting over the man there at mid-on. Pardeep Dillon there, just getting over his head, not quite getting back in time. And 2 runs added to the score for New Brunswick, and 2 runs added to the score for Kamran Mohammed. And Ibn Chaudhry now has got to find his length. He's got to use this wicket. Couple of demons in this wicket. We said it's a used wicket. And this again, short outside the short down the leg side. This is going to go. Pulled away, not quite getting it. Nick Baxter in chase. The calls for 3 from the bench, but not to be. 2 runs added again. So a good start to the over for New Brunswick. More like what they were hoping for in the beginning of this power play. 14 for 1 now in 3.2. Kamran Mohammed off to the races. He's 10 off 6. There's 2 balls, though, however, you'd like to get back. He got the full toss, wasn't able to put it away. He got the short ball, wasn't able to put it away. Ibn Chaudhry's got to find his length here. That's a much better length for Ibn Chaudhry, giving it a little bit more air as well. And Kamran Mohammed happy to just defend that back to the bowler. Short of length this time. Kamran Mohammed has gotten all of it this time. And this time it's going to go roll away to the fence for 4. 1 bounce 4. He missed out on the second ball of the over. He's not going to miss out on the 4th ball of this over, as that one now takes his total up to 18 for 1. 8 runs off this over so far. Ibn Chaudhry bowled a brilliant first over, but missing his lines, missing his length in this over, and Kamran Mohammed taking advantage. 2 deliveries to go. Can he limit the damage? Can he find his areas? The slip now getting moved out. They know Kamran Mohammed, he's the danger man. They want this wicket. Slip being moved to mid-wicket. They want the wicket, but they also want to limit the damage in this over. And this now well flighted. This is full hit on the offside. Kamran Mohammed ball watching there, but Parth Joshi knew the single was there and takes it. Willfully takes it and gets Kamran Mohammed off strike. Parth Joshi now just 2 off 6 deliveries. He's got to find a way to get going as we now see the slip being brought back in. Ibn Chaudhry to continue. And this one's pitched up. It is loud appeal. Looks to be outside the off the outside edge. There's a lot of appeal. There's a little bit of confusion. The bails are off. They're celebrating. We'll wait and see what the decision is from the umpires. There's a call that it hit the stumps and the bails fell off. Newfoundland is celebrating. They think he's bowled. And he is. He's got to go. Parth Joshi's got to go. Ibn Chaudhry with the 2nd wicket for his team. There was confusion there, but the bails were off. It hit the off stump. And Parth Joshi has to walk back. He's very disappointed with himself. But he's got to go. The score now 19 for 2 in 4 overs. New Brunswick now in a little bit of trouble, losing 2 in the power play. We said it wasn't going to be an easy chase. We said it wasn't. Things could get interesting, and things have certainly gotten interesting now here for New Brunswick. Newfoundland through Ibnul Chaudhry, taking 2 wickets in the power play. He's bowled 2 overs, 2 for 11. Nick Baxter to continue bowling. He's going to come around the wicket to Kamran Mohammed. He's 2 overs, none for 8. The new batsman, Devang Satwani, but he's got to start off at the non-striker's end. And watch Kamran Mohammed, who's 15 off 9, hasn't got much of the strike, but he's looked good in his brief innings so far. He's got to continue for New Brunswick. So this now, Nick Baxter in. And this one, Kamran Mohammed hitting this through the offside. We said he's looked good in his brief innings. He hasn't got much of the strike, but he puts it away for another boundary to his name. 3 boundaries now for Kamran Mohammed. And a lot of the hopes for the New Brunswick innings rely on these 2. It's down to these 2. So Kamran Mohammed, there seems to be a little bit of confusion going around the last wicket, but nonetheless in the scorecard he has to go Parth Joshi. It's down to these 2 now. Kamran Mohammed, he's got a good start to the over. Nick Baxter, just the one delivery for him in the over so far around the wicket. He's going back over the wicket to Kamran Mohammed. This time it's down the leg side and it's going to get through the man, and that's the start that they would have wanted in the 5th over of the power play. 2 fours now to Kamran Mohammed, and Nick Baxter, he's being put under the pump here in his 3rd over. Nick Baxter, 2 fours to start this over here. He's got to find a way. One outside the off stump, the second one down the leg side. Can he get it right? This time it's pitched up. He did get it right, but Kamran Mohammed gets off strike. Quick single there, and Satwani ready for it. And they do get across for a single. So Kamran Mohammed going at a striker to 200. 24 off 12 for him. 4 boundaries to his name. 9 runs off this over so far. This is a much better over in this power play for New Brunswick. Devang Satwani now. Devang Satwani, somebody that a lot of the hopes of this team rely on. He's got to look to get his innings going off in a hurry here. He's got a partner alongside the man that's going well, Kamran Mohammed, and carry his team home. Nick Baxter now. This is a full toss. Satwani unable to get this through the infield. So another dot ball. And this is Nick Baxter, not the way that he would have wanted it, but the end result is exactly what he would have wanted, which is a dot ball to Devang Satwani. Again, well bowled from Nick Baxter. Again, this is a good comeback. Looks to be trying a few things against Kamran Mohammed, but sticking to regulation bowling, his stock delivery against Devang Satwani, who's brand new to the crease. 2 deliveries faced for him, the vice captain of this New Brunswick side. And they're doing well here. They've got to find a way to continue this partnership. A lot of the hopes for New Brunswick rely on these 2. And this now is a full toss, and it's put away. There is a man out there. Are they going to be looking for 2? No, they're not. They're happy with a single. Rakesh Negi at deep mid-wicket, able to collect that cleanly and get that back in. So a single to end the Nick Baxter over. 10 runs coming off it. The score now, 29 for 2 after 5. $29 for 2 after 5. And Kamran Mohammed, 24 off 12 for him. He's going well. Devang Satwani, 1 off 3 deliveries for him. So Sathwani 1 off 3, Kamran Mohammed 24 off 12, going well, and it's Jasprit Singh to come into the attack for Newfoundland. He bowled well yesterday, bowled well for the team. They're going to need him to bowl well here. 1 over to go in the power play. New Brunswick 29 for 2 after the 5 overs. Abdul Chaudhary got the 2 important wickets. The 2 only wickets to fall so far. And now it's going to be seam from both ends as Jasprit Singh comes into the attack. He's got a slingy action. Something to watch out for. There is a bit of a breeze, so we'll see if that helps him. We'll see if that's going to help him here. Jasprit Singh, as we wait for him. Some minor changes there. Get the shoelaces, ensure that they're tied. That's important. And be ready to go. He's got to be on the spot from ball 1 here, does Jasprit Singh. And we're ready to go. Dewang Sathwani to face. First delivery from Jasprit Singh. Slip in place. The 2 men out. Long off. Third man. He's been asked to take off his arm sleeve. So maybe a little bit of gamesmanship from Sathwani. He won't want to lose his wicket now, or that arm sleeve is going to come out in celebration. Long off in place. Third man in place. 1 slip in place. Sathwani here. And this one's played to the leg side, dot ball. So Dewang Sathwani here. The calls for 1 wicket, 1 wicket. Newfoundland feel as though they're in the game. They certainly are in this game. 1 more wicket here, and they might be on top. 29 for 2 in the 6th over. This time, straight again, and Dewang Sathwani just plays that down. And Jasprit Singh has started off well here. We said he's got to be on the spot from ball 1, and he's certainly been on the spot from ball 1. As Dewang Sathwani unable to get going here. He's just 1 off 4. Last over the power play. Can they make use of it? Here we go for ball number 3. Sathwani short outside the off stump, but he's got to go. As this has been cut straight to point. A simple catch. Looks to be Rakesh Negi there with the catch. And again, Sathwani has to go. He bowled brilliantly for his team. They needed him with the bat, however. And he walks back for just a lone run off the 6 deliveries faced. New Brunswick now in a little bit of a hole. Newfoundland feel as though they're on top. 29 for 3 in the power play. The danger man, Kamran Mohammed, still out there, but he's been watching all the damage from the non-strikers end. As we now see Ajay Kumar stride out to the crease. That's not the wicket they would have wanted to lose at this part, but this is perfect for Newfoundland. 2 dot balls and a wicket in this over, in the 6th over of the power play. Jasprit Singh, be happy with that. He got asked to take off his arm sleeve. Maybe that angered him a little bit, and he'd be happy with that wicket. So now 29 for 3 after 5.3. Ajay Kumar, the new batsman, in. He's got a job to do here now. They got to build a partnership. They got to find a way to get things rolling in the right direction here in this innings. A play and a miss for his first delivery. Jasprit Singh, he's on fire here. 3 dot balls, the wicket of Sathwani. And now just 2 deliveries left to go in this spell. Sorry, in the power play and in this over for Jasprit Singh. And Jasprit Singh now once again in, and this time played off the back foot but no run. We said this wasn't going to be an easy chase. 112 on a used wicket. And now Newfoundland doing the job with the ball. Their bowlers would have watched the first innings. They would have known where the demons are, and they're hitting those spots now. As New Brunswick in a little bit of trouble. 29 for 3 in the power play. This could be a maiden wicket here from Jasprit Singh. One delivery to go. He's taking a big wicket of the vice captain Satwani. He's pulled the 4-dot balls as well. And this again is a 6-dot ball. So a maiden wicket to end the power play for Newfoundland. New Brunswick falling behind the rate now. Just 29 for 3 after 6. And it's going to be Rakesh Negi. The spin of Imnal Chaudhary doing the trick earlier. We'll see if the spin of Rakesh Negi can do the trick here for Newfoundland. They feel as though they're on top here. And by all accounts, they certainly look that way. But Kamran Mohammed, the danger man, he's 24 off 12. He's hit 4 boundaries. He's still in there. He's got to continue to do the job here for New Brunswick. They can't afford to lose him at this stage. He's got to get them close. Close, if not over the line. And he's going to have to face up to Rakesh Negi. And again, he's got the backwards cap on. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. But he's going to bowl here. And he's going to bowl to Kamran Mohammed. And this one's pitched up, hit, driven through the offside. There is a man out there, so it's just going to get past the ring with just a single. So again, the field, if we go across, there's a long off in place, a deep cover in place. Long on, deep mid-wicket as well. Slip in place now. Deep cover now coming in for the new man. Ajay Kumar, short mid-wicket. Short extra cover, slip in place. Short third man, point fielder there doing the cleanup job. Ibnal Chaudhary in hard off the ring. And Jaspreet Singh has been brought in from the cover boundary into the ring as well. So I like this captaincy from Akashdeep Singh. This now once again, Rakesh Negi bowling stump to stump. We saw that work for New Brunswick. They were able to keep the batsmen. They were able to keep the runs down, keep the batsmen tight. Rakesh Negi to continue now. And this time again, tight lines, not giving it much air. Rakesh Negi, best figures of 3 for 10. They would love a repeat performance of that. He's got 52 wickets and 53 matches at an economy rate of 6.28. So again, should do better than that economy rate on this wicket for him. There's going to be some help for him on this surface. 30 for 3 is New Brunswick. This one with a lot more air from Rakesh Negi and Ajay Kumar just managing to play that down. And this now is really building the pressure on Ajay Kumar. He hasn't yet to trouble the scorers. 6 balls faced. 7 balls faced now without troubling the scorers. And Rakesh Negi making this look easy. There's just 1 run off that over. So 2 tight overs in a row. Just 1 run coming off the last 2 overs. And Kamran Mohammed watching all the damage happen from the non-striker's end. He's 25 off 13. Hasn't gotten much of the strike. But he's looked good so far. He needs to stay out there. He needs to bat alongside. He needs a partner willing to bat alongside him. Willing to stay out there and tough it out and battle it out on this wicket. And so looks like it will be Jaspreet Singh to continue here for Newfoundland. Bowled a maiden wicket in his opening over in the power play. So a brilliant start for him. And so now Kamran Mohammed will face Jaspreet Singh. The sleeves look to be back on for Jaspreet. The right hand sleeve comes off, which is fair enough. The left arm sleeve stays on. He's a right arm bowler after all. Kamran Mohammed now, 25 off 13 to him. He's the important man for New Brunswick. This time looking to go over the top, gets the outside edge. It isn't going to carry the third man. Ranveer Rana with a little bit of a misfield, but no damage done, just a single. And Kamran Mohammed once again getting off the strike for the first delivery of the over. And over to you, Mr. Kumar, who's yet to trouble the scorers. 8 balls faced. He's got to find a way to get off strike here. Find a way to get some runs on the board for him. Slip still in place. Ajay Kumar, he's got to stay with Kamran Mohammed. He's got to get him back on strike. As the field is in, just one man out actually, down at third man, that's it. Ajay Kumar, he's feeling the pressure. Akashdeep Singh bringing the field in, asking Ajay Kumar to hit over the top. Tight ring on the offside, slip in place. All fielders, just one man out on the boundary. That's at short third. This is test match cricket right here, folks. One slip in place. Tight ring. What can Ajay Kumar do? This time, swing and a miss outside the off stump. It was short. It was there to be put away. Unable to do so, and the pressure really mounting on Ajay Kumar here. Yet to get off the mark. 10 balls faced. Jaspreet Singh, just one run. Incredible figures. 1 for 1 off 1.3 with a maiden. Pulling a great over here once again. This time, Ajay Kumar looking to go through the offside. Unable to do so and isn't going to get off the mark. Well fielded down there by Aryan Falke. He's going to have a job to do with the ball as well, but right now, brilliant fielding effort from him. So 11 balls faced now for Ajay Kumar. These dot balls are really starting to add up. They're well behind the rate, just going over 4. The required rate now over 6 and over, 6.5 and over. And this again is another play and miss. Kamran Mohammed, he can't get frustrated on non-strikers end. 2 overs in a row. He's got a single off the first ball and had to watch 5 dot balls from the other end. He can't get frustrated here. He's got to play a long innings for his team. Ajay Kumar, can he find a way to get off strike? Can he find a way to put the ball to the boundary? As the field goes back now, with 1 delivery left to go in the over. And this time it's a loud shout for LBW not to be. So again, that ball sliding down the leg side, and Ajay Kumar not able to get bat on it. 31 for 3 now off 8, just 1 run off the over. Jaspreet Singh 1 for 1 off 2 overs with a maiden wicket in that. And Kamran Mohammed watching all the action from the non-strikers, and he's 26 off 14. Ajay Kumar yet to trouble the scorers. 13 balls faced. Not the innings that New Brunswick is hoping for from him. So he's got to find a way to stick it out. Find a way to get some runs going. Find a way to get this innings moving in the right direction. Kamran Mohammed, the lone bright spot in this inning so far for New Brunswick. He's going to face Rakesh Negi. And this again outside the off stump. Kamran Mohammed swings this into the offside, and once again for the 3rd over in a row, Kamran Mohammed is going to get a single off the first ball of the over. And off to you, Mr. Ajay Kumar. And smart from Kamran Mohammed there, just going to talk to the young man. So Ajay Kumar, 13 balls faced for him. And this one looking to carve that through the offside, not to be on this occasion. Rakesh Negi has 3 men out, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. Find one of those men, Mr. Kumar. 14 dot balls to him now. And there it is. This one's in the gap. This is going to run away to the boundary. And Ajay Kumar, I said find a way. He finds a way to get the ball away to the boundary, and that's the first boundary in a few overs now. As he opens his account, he's 4 off 15, so he's going to need a few more of those. New Brunswick 36 for 3 now after 8.3 overs. The run rate has gone above 6. It was below 6 to start the innings. It's now at 6.7. Kamran Mohammed going well, but watching all the damage from the non-strikers, and Rakesh Negi just losing his length there on that occasion. And this time pitched up full toss. Ajay Kumar finds the man. Maybe that boundary was what he needed. And this time down to long off for a single, and Kamran Mohammed now back on strike. Kamran Mohammed gets a short ball, deposits this over mid-wicket. It's a couple bounces. It's going to trickle away to the boundary for 4. We said Kamran Mohammed can't get frustrated. Doesn't look frustrated there as he puts the bat ball away for 4. That was short on that occasion from Rakesh Nagy. And it's been deposited and dealt with from Kamran Mohammed. He's taken a score up to 31 off 16. He's looked good so far in this innings. We said he was the important man. He certainly is the important man now at 41 for 3. This time short again, looking to go to the same area once again. Gets a leading edge. Gets the top edge over the keeper, but Nick Baxter is there at short third man. Not able to come through for the single, and the end of 9 overs, the score, 41 for 3. It's an important over there for New Brunswick. It helps get the innings moving in the right direction. 10 runs coming off of it. They're going to need a few more of those. They're falling behind the rate here. The required run rate now, 6.55. They're going at 4.56 and over. Couple more overs like that, and they'll be heading in the right direction. Ajay Kumar, can he get his innings going in the right direction as well? Look to be in that over. He's now 5 off 16. But faced 3 deliveries in that over and was managed to get 5. So that's, again, looking to get his innings moving in the right direction. Jaspreet Singh, he's going to continue from the north end. He's brought a brilliant spell so far. 2 overs, 1 maiden, 1 run, 1 wicket. We're not playing test cricket here, folks. That is T20 figures for Jaspreet Singh. Can he continue in the same form? Ball into Ajay Kumar, the field in. This time it's a full toss, and he's going to deposit this through the leg side. We said he looked like he got his innings moving in the last over. He certainly looks to do so now as he brings up the second boundary for him. And that's another ideal start to the over for New Brunswick, as Ajay Kumar now takes his total to 9 off 17. Boundary off the first delivery. This time it's pitched up, and this time it's beautifully driven through the offside. He was just getting going his innings, and this is going to be another 4 to Ajay Kumar. So 2 in a row now to his name. 3 in the last over, and he's certainly getting this innings headed in the right direction. New Brunswick now 49 for 3. Ajay Kumar, 3 boundaries to his name. He was just teasing us with all those dot balls to start his innings. Jaspreet Singh airing in length 2 occasions in a row and being deposited the boundary for 4 on 2 straight occasions. This time it's short outside the off stump, not called a wide. Ajay Kumar starting to get his innings going. He's looking good now as the field spreads as well. Long off deep, long on deep. I should say it's redundant there. Long on, long off. Deep cover, 3rd man out. So the 4 men out now. Slip still in place for Jaspreet Singh. They were all in at the start of this over. Ajay Kumar had other ideas. This time, slower ball. Ajay Kumar looking to carve that through the offside. There should have been a single in that. Kamran Mohammed hanging in his crease. Not alert enough for that. But the required run rate does come down, back down closer to 6. That's what they want it to be at. One delivery to go. 2 deliveries to go in this over. Ajay Kumar with 2 boundaries has set himself up for success here in this over. Can he get another one away? This time outside the off stump. Another drop ball. So Jaspreet Singh, the first 2 balls going for 4. But he's come back strongly here with 3 dot balls in a row to Ajay Kumar. So 1 ball to go. This has been a good comeback over. Ajay Kumar getting the 2 boundaries off the first 2 balls. Not able to get the ball away in the next 3. What can we do? What can we see here? Jaspreet Singh, you'll be looking to end this over off well. Slower ball this time, beaten outside the off stump is Ajay Kumar. So at the halfway mark of this innings, we're at 49 for 3. And New Brunswick, with those last 2 overs, getting their innings back on track. But Newfoundland won't be too disappointed. They've taken 3 New Brunswick wickets in the first 10. Kamran Mohammed is the man, however. He's 31 off 17. Ajay Kumar failed to get off the mark for the first 16 deliveries, but for the last 6, he's got 13. And now, the score moving in the right direction for New Brunswick. They're 49 for 3 after 10. As we see Rakesh Nagy to continue. It's going to be Rakesh Negi bowling to Kamran Mohammed, who's looked good so far in this innings. As we said, he's 31 off 17. Hasn't gotten much of the strike so far. Just 17 deliveries. He's been there since the beginning. This time, it's outside the off stump. Kamran Mohammed carving this through to the cover. There is a fielder out there. So once again, single off the first delivery for Kamran Mohammed. And it's back to Ajay Kumar. What can he do? Can he keep rotating the strike here? He's found a couple of boundaries, but needs to be able to rotate the strike and get Kamran Mohammed on strike. This time it's short outside the off stump. This is hit in the air. It's going to fall short of that man. So another single. We said he needs to keep rotating the strike. That's one way to do it. So 51 for 3 now in 10.2. Kamran Mohammed 32 off 18. Ajay Kumar 14 off 23. And this time it's hit over the top. The man coming underneath is another drop catch for Ranveer Rana. Didn't look like getting to that at any point. Didn't look comfortable under that whatsoever. Just making sure he's okay. That was hit hard by Kamran Mohammed. But luckily for New Brunswick and luckily for the man Kamran Mohammed, that one is put down. Another single to the score. And that's a good comeback from Rakesh Negi. He'll be disappointed with that drop catch, but he'll be happy with that dot ball. Getting going now, Ajay Kumar. This time it's outside the off stump again. And another dot ball for Rakesh Negi. So again, he's bowled well so far in this spell. 2.4 overs, gone for 14. He would have liked that wicket. They would have wanted that wicket of Kamran Mohammed not to be. And they're losing his line on that occasion, and that's going to be a wide. So once again, New Brunswick now 53 for 3 after 10.4. Short outside the off stump again, and Ajay Kumar not able to put bat to ball. And the score now after 11, 53 for 3 for New Brunswick. So they now need 60 runs. 60 runs off 9 overs. Again, shouldn't be a tough task. But then again, Kamran Mohammed hasn't got much of a strike. Ajay Kumar looked like he was getting going. Looks to be getting a little bogged down once again. He's only striking it at 56. Kamran Mohammed striking it at 173. Was put down in that last over. So Kamran Mohammed's got to make full use of that drop catch and that chance. And now it's going to be Ibnul Chaudhry back into the attack. He took 2 important wickets for Newfoundland early in the day, early in this innings, opening the bowling. He's been tasked to come back and do a job for his team here once again. He'll be bowling to Kamran Mohammed. As we said, he's the danger man. He's the danger man for New Brunswick and Newfoundland, putting him down in that last over. We'll see if that proves to be costly for them. And lots of air from Ibnul Chaudhry as Kamran Mohammed guides this down in through the gap between cover and point. Rakesh Negi coming across for point to cut it off. So a single to Kamran Mohammed. And they're going to need to bat deep. Ajay Kumar needs to get going here. This time it's pitched up outside off stump. Ajay Kumar able to hit this one down to long off for a single. Looks like it's Pradeep Dillon down there at long off. So just a single. So again, 2 singles off this over so far. Good start, but they're gonna start needing some boundaries here. The required run rate starting to go up, creeping closer to that 7 mark. And this one is a wide. That will help the cause. That's certainly gonna help the cause for New Brunswick. This time it's hit high and there. Oh, I thought it looks from this angle to be an outside edge, not to be an inside edge. And hit down to long on for a single. So Kamran Mohammed, he knows he's the man for New Brunswick. If they're to get over this line, he's got to be there in the end. He's 35 off 21. Ajay Kumar, can he get going here? And another dot ball there. So Ajay Kumar taking a lot of the strike away from Kamran Mohammed and not able to rotate the strike as swiftly as he would have liked so far in this innings. This time again, looking to go through the offside. That helps as he able to get off strike that time. and another single. So just just 5 runs coming off this over so far for Ibn Chaudhry. Both teams will be happy with that. But again, 1 ball to go. Kamran Mohammed. This time, lots of flight, but this is going to be a wide. Launching it high into the sky is Ibn Chaudhry, asking Kamran Mohammed to come after him, but just losing his line on that occasion, and that's another wide. Can't afford the extras here. This one again pitched well, given lots of flight. Kamran Mohammed meets it on the full, but just able to hit it right back to Ibn Chaudhry. No harm done. 5 runs coming off that over. 5 runs coming off that over of Ibn Chaudhry. Sorry, apologies. 6 runs coming off that over. 2 wides in that over. So six runs coming off that over for Ibn Chaudhry. And the score now 59 for 3 after 12. 54 required off 48 balls. 6.75 runs they need to go at to get to that total. And it's going to be Rakesh Negi to continue. He's bowled 3 overs, none for 15 so far. Can he get the wickets? Can he get a wicket of Kamran Mohammed in this over? He had the opportunity in the last over. It was dropped at long on. What can he do in this over? Can he get a wicket to end his spell? Wide outside the off stump this time. Ajay Kumar not able to get it away. It's been a lot of that so far in this innings for Ajay Kumar. A lot of plays and misses. He's got to find a way to put bat to ball. This time it's pitched up. Look at it drive straight down the ground. Ranveer Rana there. It's going to find him. So just going to be a single. Rana running across. Cutting that one off. Single to Ajay Kumar. Gets off strike. Kamran Mohammed now. Kamran Mohammed on strike, the danger man. He's looked good. 35 off 22. This time short, outside the off stump. Looking to carve that through the offside. Not to be. He's got to stay out there. He's got to put the bad balls away to Kamran Mohammed. But he also needs his partner, Ajay Kumar, to get going as we see Rakesh Negi run in. This time wide outside the off stump. This one's hit in the air. It's in the gap. They got to come back for 2. They should come back for 2. They will come back for 2. And that's another 2 to the score of New Brunswick. So 3 runs off this over so far from Rakesh Negi. Another good over for him, but for Kamran Mohammed, he'll be looking for 1 more. Can he get another boundary in this over? Sorry, can he get another boundary in this over? Can he keep scoring? Can he keep the scoreboard ticking? They're going to need him to. This one, it's hit high in the air. This is going to come down towards us, and it's going to go all the way. A brilliant take by the manager of New Brunswick. And that's 6 runs to Kamran Mohammed. We said, can he get 1 away? And he certainly does so in fine fashion. Just over the outstretched hands of Pradeep Dillon here at long on. And 6 runs to the New Brunswick score. The first 6 of the innings as well. This time through the offside. They're going to run hard. This isn't a gap. They're going to be able to come back for 2. This is brilliant cricket from Kamran Mohammed as he takes his score up to 45. And the score now, that's the over they were looking for. A big over. $11 runs coming off that over. The last over of Rakesh Negi. He finishes his spell. 4 overs. No wickets for 26. 70 for 3 now. And like we said, that was the big over they were looking for. Kamran Mohammed, he's 45 off 26. He's going well for his side. He's got 5 boundaries and a 6 to his name. Ajay Kumar, he's got to get going here. He's 17 off 31. 3/4 to his name. But he's still out there. He's still out there alongside Kamran Mohammed. He's got to find a way to keep him coming back on strike. And now Aryan Falke coming into the attack. We said he was going to have a job to do with the ball. It's his turn now. Aryan Falke will be to bowl his off spin. He bowled well yesterday. He was impressive. But he's going to have to bowl well again today. As New Brunswick now getting close to that rate. They're just need 43 off 42, so a run of ball stuff will do it from here. But Kamran Mohammed, he's the man. He's got to be there for as long as possible. He's got to be the man to take them over the line. Ajay Kumar, he's got to get his innings going. 17 off 31 for him. Aryan Falke has other ideas. This one, looking to hit through the offside, straight to the man. And again, I like this from Akashdeep Singh, the captain of Newfoundland. A tight ring on the offside. This time, it straight to the man once again, short. Good connection from Ajay Kumar, but not able to pierce the gap. Just 2 men out for Aryan Falke. It's almost like a power play field. Long on, deep mid-wicket. A tight ring on the offside. This time, look at it come down the track. This is in the air. Oh, nearly a one-handed take from Rakesh Negi. Nick Baxter, nearly a collision, but he's down. Nick Baxter is down. A brilliant effort from them. They do get the single, but Nick is down. It looks to be his hamstring. And Nick Baxter, he has to go off. He's going to be an important man for them. They're going to need him to come back and bowl. But he's got to go off. And the 12th man, Chaudhary, Alam Chaudhary coming into the field now. And again, it has to go down in the book as a drop. There's a tough chance, but does go down as a drop. Rakesh Negi sticking out the left hand, nearly got there. Not to be on that occasion. So both of these batsmen now have been dropped. They do have lives, but they're still out there. New Brunswick now 71 for 3 after 13.3. Just 1 run off this Falke over. He's bowling well here for Newfoundland. He's got to continue. Kamran Mohammed says thank you very much as he deposits this over cover, and it's gone all the way for 6. Kamran Mohammed, that's 50 for him as he takes his score to 51 off 27 deliveries. This is a brilliant innings from Kamran Mohammed, and that's a special shot. It has to go down as a special shot, playing against the turn of the off spinner, depositing him over cover for 6. Impressive, but now his job's not done. 51 off 27 for him, 5 4s, 2 6s in that innings, striking it at 189. He's watched a lot of deliveries from the non-strikers and has Kamran Mohammed, but batted absolutely beautifully for his team. And this again, looking to go straight, gets it into cover, squeezes it into the offside, manages to get through for single. As I was just saying, he's doing a job for his team. He's got to continue doing that job for his team. They need him out there. Ajay Kumar, 18 off 34. He's striking it at 52. He's got to find a way to keep striking him as well and find a way to pierce these gaps. Can't get bogged down, but the good thing for New Brunswick, they aren't losing a wicket. They're staying up with the rate and not losing a wicket. So 8 runs coming off that over for Falke. There's a good over, but that's 6 just ruining that. And the score now, 78 for 3 after 14. The required rate now under 6 and over. 35 runs needed off 36 deliveries with 7 wickets in hand for New Brunswick. And Ibnul Chaudhary will be. He's bowled well as we mentioned so far. He took 2 wickets early. They're going to need him to take another here. Can he break this partnership? They need to break this partnership. They need the important wicket of Kamran Mohammed. He's going well. He's 52 off 28. Ibnul Chaudhary, 3 overs, 2 for 17. Can he get a third? He's bowled to Kamran Mohammed. This time, going back, exposing all 3 stumps is Kamran Mohammed, but plays it down straight. And a top ball to start, so a good start to the over from Chaudhary. He's going to need to continue. little bit more in. This time it's hit through the offside. It's into the gap. It's not going to go all the way, but they are going to be able to come back for 2. Jaspreet Singh on that boundary gets across well to that ball. And 2 runs, another 2 runs to the total of New Brunswick, and 2 runs to the total of Kamran Mohammed. Just 33 to go now from here. Kamran Mohammed rolling along here. This time again pitched up. Giving in a lot of air is Ibn Chaudhry. Teasing the batsman, teasing Kamran Mohammed, asking him to come forward, asking him to take him on. Can they buy a wicket here? This time again, plenty of air. Kamran Mohammed, he's got to run. There was a run-out opportunity there. Ranveer Rana not collecting on that occasion once again. It's been a disappointing day so far for Ranveer Rana, not troubling the scores earlier. And on this occasion, he's dropped a catch. He's misfielded that one there as well, and that was going to be a run-out. Ajay Kumar going over the top this time. It's not going to go all the way, and just one bounce to the man at long off, and just a single. But this is good intent from Ajay Kumar. 4 runs in the over so far. They're keeping up with the rate. Just run a ball needed from here. 32 runs needed off 32 balls. Ibn Chaudhry to continue. Plenty of flight once again. Looking to drive that down the ground is Kamran Mohammed. Straight back down to the bowler. No run. So at the end of 15, the score for New Brunswick, 82 for 3, 31 required off 30 deliveries. They're keeping up with this rate. They're keeping up with the required rate as well. Just run a ball. Should be regulation here, but Kamran Mohammed, he's the important man for New Brunswick. He's got to be out there. He's on 55 off 33. He's hit 5 boundaries and 2 sixes. Ajay Kumar, he's 19 off 36, 3 boundaries to his name. He's got to find a way to keep rotating the strike and stay alongside Kamran Mohammed. And again, if these two can stay out there to the end, it should be a fairly easy chase from here on in. But if Newfoundland can strike here and get the important wicket of Kamran Mohammed, things could change. Aryan Falke to continue. He's going to be bowling Ajay Kumar. This is short on the offside. This is hit through the offside. But there is a man out there, Rakesh Negi, on the cover boundary. And just going to be a single. So get exactly what's needed from Ajay Kumar at this stage. Get off strike. Find a way to get off strike. Give Kamran Mohammed the strike. He's going out well. And he's going to continue. And he's going to face Aryan Falke. Full. Met on the full toss, but hit down to long off. It's going to be a single. They're running hard. Ajay Kumar coming back for the second. And I've got to say, that's poor from Pardeep Dillon there on the long off boundary. Didn't come off in time. He's got to be sprinting in. Not doing so on that occasion. And Kamran Mohammed, alert as ever, able to come back for 2. This time, looking to go over the top. And this is going to go all the way, folks. It's going to go all the way. Kamran Mohammed, we said he has to stay out there. We said he has to face majority of the deliveries. And doing so well now as he brings up his 3rd 6 of the innings. New Brunswick getting closer and closer to that score. Kamran Mohammed single-handedly almost taking his team across his line here. He's up to 63 off 35. Strike rate of 180. 5 4s, 3 6s. New Brunswick now 91 for 3 after 15.3. Just 22 to go. This time it's short outside the off stump and he hits this in the air. This is out to the man and he's got to go. That's a big wicket for Newfoundland and Aryan Falke as he's got to go. Looks like it's Nick Baxter out there. He's back in the field and he takes a catch. No, sorry, apologies. Rakesh Negi out there and he takes the catch. Rakesh Negi takes the catch, a simple catch, and Kamran Mohammed, he's disappointed. He looked good in his innings. He was taking his team across the line single-handedly, but he's got to go now. And what does that mean for this innings? What does that mean for this game? Kamran Mohammed, 63 off 36. A brilliant innings from him, an absolutely brilliant innings. It's a thrill to watch, but he's got to go. And he's hoping his teammates can get him across the line. He's done his job. The rest of the teammates now, Hemant Gandapalli to join Ajay Kumar. It's down to these two now. What can they do for their team? What can they do to win this game for their team? little bit of confusion there. Just trying to figure out whether the batsman crossed or not. Looks to be a little bit of confusion. It looks like the batsman did cross, so he's trying to see if we can get that message across. The umpire's just trying to sort this out. They gotta get together here and just figure this out. We can't be taking too much time. Trying to figure out whether the batsman crossed or not, whether Gandapalli, the new man, is going to be on strike, or Ajay Kumar is going to be on strike. And it looks like they did cross, so Ajay Kumar... Ajay Kumar will be on strike. So score now, 91 for 4 after 15.4. Hemant Gandapalli, the new man, in, but he's going to be watching from the non-striker end as Ajay Kumar to continue. He's 20 off 37. This one short outside the off stump, but this is going to find a gap. It's going to find a gap, and it's going to go all the way. Ajay Kumar taking over from where his partner Kamran Mohammed left off. And that's a boundary, and this is turning into a big over for the team. 13 runs off the over so far. And this again is taking New Brunswick across the line. They lost the important wicket of Kamran Mohammed, but Ajay Kumar taking over here. And this time a full toss, looking to drive down the ground, does so well. And going to be a single. And they're going to come back for 2. Once again, poor from the man at long off. There weren't 2 in that. They've turned it into 2. And Newfoundland here losing the plot in the latter end of this innings. 15 coming off that over. That's the over that they were looking for. A big over to make this chase even easier. The score now, 97 for 4 after 16. New Brunswick just needs 16 off 24 deliveries. Ajay Kumar, 26 off 39. Hemant Gandapalli yet to face a delivery.
Let's finish it.
97 for 4 after 16, folks. Going at a run rate of 6.6. The required rate from here on forth. Just 4 runs and over. Ajay Kumar, 26 off 39. He's at the non-strikers end. Hemant Gandapalli, new man in. He's yet to face a ball. He will now. And it looks to be a change of bowling here. We'll see who it is in just a moment. It looks like it's going to be Indraneel Malik, the new man. It's a ball. Here, he was there at the end of the innings with the bat. He's got a job to do with the ball now, and that's not the start that you want from him. Slingy action, losing the radar. It starts with a wide. So New Brunswick now 98 for 4. Looking to do it comfortably here. Didn't look so. It looked like that wicket of Kamran Mohammed was going to slow down the scoring. Not to be, as Ajay Kumar taking over from him. And now Hemant Gandapalli. There we go once again to Gandapalli is Indraneel Malik. That's a better line in length from him. But Gandapalli just looking to get a single. There is an overthrow, but not to be as the fielder is there. Two runs coming off this over so far. Off one legal delivery. So Indraneel Malik, he's got a job to do here now. He needs to find a way to get through. Find a wicket. That's what Newfoundland needs. Find a wicket. Will Malik be the man? This time, Ajay Kumar just hitting that into the offside. There is a run-out opportunity here. Not to be on that occasion. Rana in the ring. That hit straight to the man. There was an opportunity there, but not to be on that occasion, as that brings up the 100 for New Brunswick. They're 104 now, so just 13 to go from here. 3.4 overs to go, 22 balls to go. Indraneel Malik. What has he got? They need a wicket. This is a full toss on the legs. Gandapalli playing this out on the leg side. They're going to look to come back for 2, not to be. This one, high throw once again to Newfoundland. They've got to be better in the field. They've got to take every opportunity. They've dropped Ajay Kumar in this innings. They dropped Kamran Mohammed earlier. They had an opportunity in this game, and it's now looks like it's starting to slip away as New Brunswick 101 for 4 after 16.3. Just 12 runs from here now as the wind starts to pick up. Ajay Kumar to face this one outside the off stump. Looks to cut that away. Hemant Gandapalli going for the run. There's a run out here. And he is going to be gone. Gandapalli wanted the run. Ajay Kumar sent him back. But he was too far down and he has to go. What is that going to mean? Is there a twist in the tail here for New Brunswick? Is there a twist in the tail for Newfoundland? Ibnul Chaudhry with the throw there for the run out. He's bowled well for his team, now getting the run out as well. And the score. All right, folks, things just gotten a little bit more interesting by the ball here. Just 12 required. Should still be easy, but the score now 101 for 5 after 16.4. Ajay Kumar sending Gandapalli back, but being run out. This time, it's hit over the top. There is a fielder there, however, the long off fielder, very straight, almost right behind the bowler's arm. And just a single to Ajay Kumar. So, again, 102 for 5. The new man there, Hitarth Bhavsar. Bhavsar into bat. Hitarth Bhavsar into bat. He's got a job now. 1 run to Ajay Kumar there. And again, a lot of movement here by the commentator's booth. There's a lot of things happening. Indranil Malik to Bhavsar now. And this one's bowled him. He's gone first ball. We said there was a twist in the tail, and certainly a twist in the tail now as Newfoundland picks up another wicket. Indranil Malik. Brilliant end to the over. Didn't start off well, but has ended off brilliantly. And now things getting a little bit more interesting here. 11 runs still needed. 3 overs, sorry to do it. Should be easy. But again, you never know. It's hard starting on this wicket, a used wicket. There are a few demons out there. As Hitarth Bhavsar has to go, just facing that one delivery. The score now after 17, 102 for 6. New Brunswick, Ajay Kumar still out there. Has faced 42 deliveries for his 28. Has hit 4 boundaries. He's still out there. He's doing a job for his team. And the new man, the wicketkeeper, Anvesh Puli, he opened the batting for them yesterday and has to come down the order today. But he's got to do a job now for his team. He's got to see his team across the line, does Anvesh Puli. Alongside Ajay Kumar, who's batted well. He's looked to struggle here early on in his innings, but since then, he's gotten rolling. He's been able to rotate the strike, put the bat ball away to the boundary. And now, just 3 overs remaining. It looks like it's going to be Manik Aurora into bowl. Aryan Falke, one of the key bowlers, going for 15 in the last over. And now Aryan Falke looks to be a little bit left arm spin here as well. Ajay Kumar to face Anvesh Puli at the non-striker's end. This one, stump to stump, is what he's going to be looking at. It looks like left arm seam, sorry. Just a little bit of slow medium from Manik Aurora, stump to stump. But Ajay Kumar gets off strike, gets the single. Just 10 runs required. Should be regulation, but again, they've lost 3 wickets just in the last few overs alone. Can't afford to lose another. And Newfoundland putting the pressure on. As long on, long off, both in the ring. Third man has to go across. Third man in the ring is here now as well. So All fielders in the ring, nobody on the outside. Anvesh Puli looking to go over the top. He looks to hit the straight. It's going to get by the man, and that's made things a little bit easier here. We said he struggled yesterday, not to be today, as Anvesh Puli finds the boundary through the man, Pardeep Dillon there for 4 runs. And now the task getting easier and easier by the ball as 6 runs to go. Anvesh Puli just calming the nerves in the New Brunswick camp, putting his first ball to the boundary for 4. And as we said, all men in the ring. Coming down the track, looking to go straight again this time. Not getting the connection he wanted. So a dot ball. But again, with that boundary for Anvesh Puli makes things a lot easier. Just 6 runs to go now. Full toss, hit through the offside. They're going to go for the signal. Chaudhary once again looking for a direct hit, not to be on that occasion. And they get through for that single. Ajay Kumar puts in the dive. Again, all to play for here. This decides who plays for 7th in this championship versus who plays for 9th in this championship. And New Brunswick looks set to finish 4th in this table. Again, this is an important clash for these two Eastern rivals. Again, a tight ring on the offside now to Ajay Kumar. All fielders except for long off and long on in the ring. And this one is hit straight over the top. It is going to find the man at long off. So just going to be a single now. So they're 1 hit away. 1 boundary to go. Anvesh Puli, 5 off 3. He started well. Ajay Kumar has done a job for his team. He's 30 off 44. Just 1 hit away now. Anvesh Puli. And he's going to watch this one through to the keeper. He doesn't want to get out here. He wants to stay not out. And again, that brings an end to the 18th over. The score now, 109 for 6 after 18, just 4 runs to go. 2 overs remaining. If you're just joining us, New Brunswick winning the toss, electing to bowl first this morning, restricting Newfoundland just to 112 for 9 off their allotted 20 overs. They look to be in trouble early this morning. They lost 3 wickets early, did New Brunswick, but Kamran Mohammed and Ajay Kumar came together and put on a brilliant partnership to take them over the line. They lost 3 wickets again after the fall of Kamran Mohammed, but then Anvesh Puli came out, hit his first ball for 4 in that last over. And now it's just 4 runs remaining for New Brunswick to get over the line. 2 overs to go. Indraneel Malik Neal to continue. And this time, Ajay Kumar looking to end it with 1 hit. Looking to go over the top, not to be on that occasion. Not to be on that occasion as that ball just gets under the bat. Second ball of the over, and this time a loud appeal for LBW. It looks like, and it's going to go. Ajay Kumar's got to go. He's not going to see his teams through. He's not going to see his team over the line. He's got to walk back. And Indraneel Malik again making things a little bit more interesting. 7 down now. 4 runs to go. We said it should be easy. New Brunswick wants to keep everybody interested in this chase here, folks. 4 runs to go, 3 wickets required. 10 balls remaining. We shouldn't get to that 10th delivery. But can Newfoundland take 3 wickets? Can Savalaya put this ball to the boundary? He's the new man in. He'll be on strike. But a good innings from Ajay Kumar. He'll be disappointed with getting out with just 4 runs remaining, but he took his team close. Now it's down to Savalaya and Anvesh Puli, 2 left-handers together to do the job. Newfoundland really putting on the pressure, all men in the ring, asking them to go over the top. Indraneel Malik Neal doing a job for his squad. 1.2 overs, 2 for 5. Can he keep building the pressure? Can he keep taking wickets here for his team? It'll be Savalaya to face. This one hit through the offside. It's hit through the offside. It's not going to go. They're going to have to run these runs. And Anvesh Puli, they've got to go back for 3. This is poor running from those 2. There was 3 in that, an easy 3 in that. Not to be, they settled for 2, so just 2 runs to go now. But we're on Nelson, folks. We're on Nelson. 111 for 7. Sabalaya finding the gap in the outfield. It didn't go to the boundary. And they decided to settle for 2. 2 runs to go. 3 wickets remaining. Full toss, hit over the top. This should do it. This should do it for New Brunswick, as this one is going to roll away to the boundary. Sabalaya saying, what's all this fuss about? I'm going to come in. I'm going to get 6 off 2. And New Brunswick wins this game by 3 wickets. New Brunswick doing this easy. They all finished 4th on the table. Newfoundland, they made this interesting. They'll finish 5th. And the score for New Brunswick, winning by 3 wickets. They finished on 115 for 7, beating 112 for 9. Then Newfoundland. Kamran Mohammed, the player of the match. A brilliant innings for him. 63 off 36, setting up the match for their squad. In the end, New Brunswick winning the toss. Chose to bowl. Restricted Newfoundland to 112 for 9. New Brunswick finishing on 115 for 7, chasing down 112 in the 19th over, winning by 3 wickets. Kamran Mohammed, the standout performance, 63 for 36. And with that, folks, I'm Arsalan Kadir. We're going to sign off from here. We'll be back shortly for the next game. But for now, New Brunswick winning this one by 3 wickets.